Spanner in the works. Back to the works. Them man are like you're too much on the track. Them flows are bloody berserk. Spanner in the works. Go hard till it hurts. How many man do you know who can drop 1 million flows on a verse?
Yo, what's going on? Spanner in the Works podcast, episode number, what is it, Sally?
Episode 3.
Yeah, season 2. We're back. We're back home.
Home, sweet home. Back to Mac Studio.
Okay, cool, man. Welcome back, bro. How are you?
That was the intro. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, it's good to be home, man. I'm absolutely gassed for this one.
I'm sweaty. I'm hot. I'm hyped up. So 15 kids, Kids World, Laser World, do my nutting, running around, shooting about. So I'm on the next level. I need to calm down. We've got a special episode with a special guest.
We have. So listen, before we get into that, obviously we've got a massive guest in the building, but before we get into that, quick recap. Episode 1, by the time this comes out, episode 1 and 2 are kind of been out there. What's your kind of feedback? What's your thoughts on episode 1?
Episode 1 is out. Episode 2's pending.
Yeah, but by the time this comes out, by the time they see this, that'll be like
professional, man. Yeah, it was all right. We didn't get as many views as I would like. Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say it.
Well, you know what? We didn't get as many views as I'd like, and that's obviously because either you lot don't like us or you lot aren't clicking. So on that subject, Panga, Bunga out now, my new single, Sonny Black featuring HMC Medicine Tree, directed by Wiz the Director, Junction 13 Records. Go and give me 1 view each, please. Be much appreciated.
Junction 21 Records.
What did I say?
Junction 13.
Junction 13 forever, see. Junction 13 Records, I meant. Junction 13 forever, bruv. But yeah, we need more clicks. Spanner in the works, please. Click.
We'll get into that. I think we'll get into that with our guest as well, because some point quite probably in kind of his journey as well. But do you know what? I'm kind of getting to the because obviously I've been going on TikTok a lot recently, innit?
Have you? I didn't notice.
Oh, no.
But I'm at the point now, yeah, where like I'm just like, if you're on there doing something, yeah, like no one gives a shit. But if you're on their game, like 250 people watching, my man putting crash,
smashing eggs on your head.
But even people who in the real world are doing something with their talent, I'm not going to say no names because I don't want to spark controversy for that algorithm and all that, right? But
I'll say,
a very prominent DJ who is out in the world smashing it, even they get kind of caught out, and when they're on there, they're not doing the DJ thing. It's like, and I'm in this league, and then it's like, I get it, but it's kind of it was pitched to me because obviously I'm part of a talent agency on there, isn't it? Yeah. Listen, on that agency one, man's getting signed by a DJ agency as well.
I'm proud of you for that.
But we'll see. Well, 90%.
We've got to talk about percentages now. You said percent.
What?
Well, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be a worldwide DJ right now.
We'll come back to it. We spoke about that on many occasions. So anyway, let me stay on.
I've told him to get lessons.
Let me stay on top. Let me stay on topic. So it was pitched to me as the agency, right? Yeah, Tiz, you should get on there, bring the Sound Temple to TikTok. You can build a fan base. Of course. And to a degree you do. But what I'm seeing is my niche has always been on TikTok, right? Listen, I'm not a TikTok DJ. I'm a DJ that happens to be on TikTok. And it's been pitched and sold to me as, you can build this fan base on there. It's okay, cool. Let me see what that translates to in the real world. And thus far, I can only speak on a short period of time, I'm not seeing that I'm not seeing it. And what I'm really, and we're going to...
And then you're having a go at me. You need to come on.
No, but it's
I need you.
But you do. But this is the thing. It's almost like a trap. It's like you have to kind of be in it, because I have seen a growth in my profile through TikTok. But the ironic thing is the one video that really blew me up in this last period was the one where the man come to me in the street and was arguing about me playing.
You know what?
Outside. Do you know what? It's negative. Because it's negative.
Look at these. I made one little thing about me getting jumped.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. Do you know 3-4 people said, "Oh, brother, I've got a video of you getting jumped."
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
One of them said a few people wished you really did.
Yeah, because that's the truth. But this is what the point I'm trying to make, and we won't stay sorry for too long. But that's the frustration that I'm finding with it. But now I'm in it, I feel like I have to stay in it. So I'll kind of wrap up with this to a degree. But 2 things.
Negative sales.
Obviously, we've got Culture Festival coming up, which I'm going to touch on in a minute. But I was talking to these guys before we started.
Please put my feet up there, because I feel like a little kid. My feet are dangling, so I'd have to be up there.
You're like a little kid with the way your thing just, I've got ADHD, and we're talking, you're on my feet, and I'm going around the floor. And you're like, we'll come to Culture Festival in a minute. But one thing I'm really interested to see, all right, I'm just going to say it. Yeah, you know me, Spanner in the Works.
Spanner in the Works podcast.
I'm really interested to see if those who are at Culture Festival on the 2 till 4 bit, yeah, with huge followings, and I know what the outcome's going to be, and I hope it is this outcome, because it will almost like kind of disprove. No, it'll be the exception that proves the rule. But I hope that the people who have got big followings on TikTok and who are on TikTok all the time smashing it, I really hope their fans come out and support them in the real world doing what they do.
So who is on the line?
Who's the lineup? Oh,
It's top following them.
Breaking news.
Right, okay. So the lineup is me and you. So, okay, Original Culture Festival. Actually, there's no following. Original Culture Festival, 16th of August. Obviously, this year, me and Blaze have kind of come together and, I guess, curating the first 2 hours. So me and you hosted. Jay Sims on performing. EDH and Janin are performing. SJ Locke's performing. We've got some in the underground scene in Bedford. These are big names with big records. Yeah, everyone I've said so far already has got a big tune. Yeah, that'll smash it. But here I'm going with this. For us. Yeah. But again, within that microcosm of what we're talking about exists. My thing from episode 2 of the podcast was Bedford rappers are full of shit. Yeah, they're pretending to do what they're doing. Now, what I'm trying to do is disprove that rule, right? By getting together. Who, through my experience, no one can catalog and chart like local underground, especially rap music like me. I did 66 weeks of a radio show, most of the time to fucking nobody, right? But I have such an intrinsic knowledge of it because I'm a nerd and I like it, and I believe that it can coexist alongside what we're told are hits. Because the only reason that hit records are hit records is because they have the most fucking marketing budget behind them, and that's as simple as that. If I had an infinite pot of money and I put it behind Life of Remedy's record Pool Table, I promise you that record would fucking go into the stratosphere.
Who else is on the lineup?
So anyway, okay, I'm coming. Bear with me.
I have to always bring it back. No, I know my job.
I know my job. We're bring it back, grooving this out. So anyway, my point is I want to disprove this. So we've got Life of Remedies on the lineup. The biggest rapper in Bedford's on the lineup. Gots, in my opinion. Zeph is the best. SJ Locke, and I've missed some. Tulippy, out of his studio.
Is he playing with his band?
No, he's on his own. He's called Nate there.
He wish he was with his band.
He's called Tulippy no more either. He's called Aidan Bernard. And so that lineup for me, with my, and again, music is subjective, so this is a subjective opinion. I'm not saying I'm the fucking god of it, but if you want to test my knowledge, and then I'm happy to do it at any point to anybody. Yeah, but I would like to. But for me, Jacob's got one record. Now, if someone wants to bring Jacob out, that's cool. I'm open to that. But I wanted to create a lineup that says, right, we got this core of artists here who are telling us they're fucking artists, right? Yeah, they're not just making videos and putting them out because it's the thing to do. I had this you hit me up, right, from my ends. Nice you. Puts videos out. Share this. Doing really organically. Obviously doesn't have budget. Hits me up with this is out now. Now, he spent money on the video. You can see that. And I'm like, can I get it on streaming? No, not yet. And I was like, yeah, but brother, I want to add it to a playlist. Because, by the way, I've got a playlist for Culture Festival. So if people are watching this and they're like, who are these artists you're talking about? There's a playlist where you can click and all that.
People are going to be watching this. And firstly, they're not going to know about Culture Festival. So can you explain what we're talking about? What's Culture Festival? The date, the times?
So yeah, I mean, a lot of people who would watch this would know, but it's the 4th annual Culture Festival. The 4th annual Culture Festival. Rest in peace, DJ Rhino, Rowan Forrester, who was the brainchild. If you want to know the full story, episode 4 of the first season will tell you everything you need to know. I've been involved like from the start, as has our guest today. A little clue for you there. By the way, I've been let out the bag who our guest is in any way, which is good for me. I'm dying super quick, and the lineup is just unbelievable. Just go and check out Original Culture Festival. 16th to 17th of August, Bedford, Blurry lineup. But over the years, man, listen, bro, my musical CV, yeah, is swollen like our guest, yeah, like, trust me, in terms of henches, right? Simply because I need to fuck it up my comedy if I've got to get, yeah. But no, seriously, my musical CV has been like, is big because of my association with Culture Festival. Like, I can legitimately write names on my press kit that I send out to agents, right, to say book MIDI. I can say I've performed alongside these people. Yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to it. But what really gives me a lot of pleasure this year, as I'm saying, Sonny, is that we've got a chance here, and I'm going to wrap this up now, to prove,
Please do.
To prove and disprove exactly what I'm saying in one fucking 2-hour slot in the afternoon. And what we've done is we've given all the artists a 15% discount code. And what we're saying is, go out, listen, if every one of them artists just brings 10 people, right, that's 90 people supporting them. If you've sent them that playlist and you've got them going, that's how you start to build an underground scene that people care about. Well, on just like, oh, hey, look at me, I'm making music. Where is it? No.
Quickly before we wrap this up,
Over.
I'd just like to prove a point When did we start Interbeats? What year? Give me a year quickly.
I'll tell you the exact day, 29th of April 2011.
So from 2011, we've been championing and promoting and marketing all of you Bedford's rappers, all of you Bedford singers.
You can't tell me shit. All of you.
Let me speak. You said your bit. We've been promoting and all of you, we've been on radio. We give you guys a platform on the radio and promoting and championing. Look, every single one of you. We gave you a platform on the radio. From a radio, you've given us your songs. And then we thought, stage, performance. So we started doing events and putting on nights and giving you, man and ladies, a platform to stand on stage and perform and showcase your talent. Some of you were amazing, some of you flopped. Nothing to do with...
And that's subjective, whether you think someone's good or not. Like, you know what I mean?
Thirdly,
Some people like MLT, man.
we have been doing podcasts, we've been doing this, we've been doing that. So we have been doing nothing but championing and sponsoring and promoting and marketing our Bedfordian artists and our Bedfordian singers. And we're still doing it to this very day, whether you like us or not. So what I want you guys to do is put a little bit of respect on my name, just a little tiny bit, but put a lot of respect on this guy's name, because he's put in the work and he always has been. So please, guys, support the cause. Make sure you guys turn up to Original Culture Festival.
Yeah.
And
Because you have one thing, I'll guarantee you, you will see a fucking show that day.
I've always said, Bedford, imagine UK being America. I've always said, Bedford's like Atlanta. It's the ATL.
I said, no, but I said, I get the analogy, but I would liken it more to, if you were going to do it, more to somewhere like Detroit.
No. We've got a guest sitting here.
You'll be a forever.
And guys, can we all be professional, man, please? No more door slamming, quietness, please. No more talking, nattering, splattering, or clattering, yeah? We've got a professional podcast. We're back home.
Right, they'll give you the honour of introducing a very, very special guest. So I'm so gassed to have on it.
Prepared for this. I'm not prepared for this. First and foremost, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All good. Secondly, how was the Aura tour?
Orator.
Orator.
It was great. It was fantastic.
And thirdly, 104 shows just recently, 392 days, across 4 countries.
No, full continent.
4 continents. See? Maybe I should start being funny. 4 continents, over 30,000 tickets sold, nearly 5K of merch sold. Okay, I made that bit up. No, I put that off your Instagram, bruv. Let me read this properly. Right, I'm reading this, by the way, guys. First and foremost, how are you? Done that bit. Secondly, oh, just don't get me going. How is the Aurora tour? Over nearly 5K worth of merchandise sold.
More than that.
Just go with more than that. This guy's peed up and he still won't give you a free ticket, you know? He still won't. It's me ass. That was asking for a free ticket. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Aurie Styla!
Come on!
I ain't finished.
Come on!
Can you hook a brother up some tickets now, please?
The tour's finished. The tour's finished. I'm not looking you up for, man.
Listen,
so good,
if I
man.
could sum Sonny up, someone said to me, sum Sonny up in one like thing, yeah? The man would ask you for a free ticket 2 months after the tour's over.
No, I've been asking
That
for...
is
Do you
Sonny.
want to see my DMs?
Actually, now now's the plus. 1 second, now's my chance to blow you up. You know when you played Dunstable? Was it Dunstable? Yeah.
Grove.
So there was tickets available. I had a gig. There was tickets available. No, we didn't have a gig at the time. I said, let me know tomorrow. Right? He said, I will let you know tomorrow. I had the tickets in the basket.
Yeah.
He didn't let me know tomorrow. I went the next day, the tickets were sold out. So me and you could have gone. Yeah. I was really winning.
I had definitely something. I remember.
You did it.
But what was that intro like? Was it all right? Should I do it again?
Let's get into it. Welcome. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, man.
We've been having some conversations throughout the week, which has been quite good.
Yeah, I introduced you to him and I never got to talk to him after that until now.
Maybe that's why we're here. Who will never would know Sonny do, we'll never know. So yeah, welcome, man. Thank you for coming on. I know, like, from our conversation, you're quite humble, so I don't want to like boost it and say you're the biggest guest we've ever had, but you're the biggest guest we've ever had on Spanner. Yeah, so what's going on? Talk to us. Tell us what's. Obviously, we just touched on it. Just finished the tour. Is that your fifth tour?
Fifth tour, yeah.
Okay. Now, for people that might not know, so obviously, like, I found you in the algorithm, which we'll be talking about a lot in this pod and off air. The very first time I remember you was the famous Garage.
Yeah.
Is that where most people discovered you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. That was like, what, 2014? Yeah, I think that was the biggest, at the time, the biggest thing that I'd done. And then everyone, obviously, it was before people knew what viral videos really was, but this thing just kept being shared on, like, Facebook, in people's WhatsApp groups. Yeah, that was probably the first huge boost to my career. And yeah, people kind of all over the country knew who I was just from that clip, but I didn't even know my name. Yeah, they just knew I was the guy that did that dance.
Yeah, that's what people was, the garage guy, the
Garage guy, that was it. Yeah, the gun thing, the garage guy, the sniper pose.
You know why that is? Because it was so relatable. It was so over relatable. We've all gone there in John Wingers, right?
For me as well, if I'm remembering this rightly, I think it was around the time as well when garage was starting to see like this.
There was the resurgence that started kind of coming. I would say it was from that year or the year after, where you saw a resurgence of garage coming back. Before that, a lot of the people that were doing garage music didn't have the platform because it was kind of the end of the funky era going into the house era and Afrobeats era.
Yeah.
So garage kind of made a resurgence around that time. And then I'd done that video, which would have helped the cogs turning for more of the resurgence. And you started to see loads of events that started to come back, maybe 2015 as well. Maybe not even 2014 as well, 2014, 2015 of like garage events, outdoor festivals with garage stages or house and garage stages. And then you'd have brunches or daytime events that had garage themes. So yeah, it was kind of a turning of the cogs. Even what's his face, Kano did a song, Garage Scat, Garage Day, yeah. That was 2016.
As a parent, right, you never did be 10 out of 10 everything, right? But the one thing I 10 out of 10 was music with her, Matilda. Yes, bro. Just company director and everything over there. Oh, nice. Oh, that. So we're just rewinding there. So we'll use music as that point. So,
2010, is that where you started?
Started comedy in 2010, yeah.
Comedy, yeah. Done a little bit of research. A little bit.
You weren't wrong with what you were saying about the merch. It wasn't by
over 5K.
Not worth of merch, over 5K items of merch. Wow.
What are you talking about? Hoodies,
hats, t-shirts, tote bags, beanie hats.
We need to get on that quick.
Oh my gosh, it was.
Did you bring any with you today?
Nah.
Man.
Sonny, why are you so hungry for a free with it? You're right.
I'm Indian, innit? XL, double XL. I don't mind. Bruv, everyone loves a freebie. Come on, bruv. Isn't it?
Yeah. I should have brought something, man. My bad.
Yeah.
Nah, listen, just
2010 is where you started to joke.
Yeah.
So that's 15 years.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, it's over 15 years. Time flies, jeez.
Not many people last 5 years, let alone 15 years.
Oh, no, you can't do 5 years in it and think you're going to get anything out of it. You have to stick it. It's probably one of those decisions you stay for the long run. So, yeah.
And I mean, inspiring the next generation of young comedians.
I don't know if I am. Maybe to some degree.
Of course you are, man.
Nah.
I love comedy, and I'm a fan of like mainstream comedy, alternative comedy. I was brought up on that.
You've made him want to be a comedian.
Yeah, I'll come to that. Well, yeah, kind of. I'll come to that later. We'll get to that. I need to advise.
Okay.
I actually should right now be at my 4th ultra comedy workshop with a view to doing the 8 weeks. But because of my schedule, like, because, I'm bougie and I'm going places in life now, some had to give, but it is definitely, because for me, I understand in terms of the art, I'm quite multifaceted, a DJ, a host, a rap, I can't produce, I do this.
Yeah.
So I'm always like to try my hand at things, right? But I understand from the art form point of view, I know that's the hardest thing to do.
Well, comedy, you think so?
But it's renowned for being the hardest thing to do.
But I do it. So for me, but you're looking from the inside out. Exactly. So if it's the hardest thing to do, whereas I can look at other people doing other things and go, that seems difficult. But if you practice something, it becomes a little more easy. Yeah. But for everybody on the outside, I know that public speaking is one of the most scary things for people to do, and then having to be funny. And then having to be, able to react to a crowd that's reacting to you. Music's a little easier because if you have a hit, they're already with you with the hit. So you go on and you can do half your song and let the audience sing the rest for you. I think with, I guess you're right when you say that comedy's the hardest thing to do, but then I look at other things I see people do. For example, all the risky, like circus, gymnastics, stuff like that. I'd be like, that's difficult. Yeah, the physical, physical stuff. I think there's the attack. Big man like me is not doing this is what I'm going to say, bars. And I guess it's relative, but I guess in terms of something that generally everybody has the ability to do to some degree, like everyone can sing, but not everyone can sing well. Yeah. Everyone can make a joke, but not everyone's good at making jokes. Not everyone can do gymnastics. So in the form of what everyone can actually do on a scale, I guess, I see why comedy might be one of the hardest.
So where did you find that you could do comedy or bus joke surely from when you're young with your mates,
Yeah, it's when you're joke, having a laugh. It's when you're younger.
taking the mick out of each other.
It's when at school time, you kind of have to be popular at school, you got to be one of two things. You got to be attractive or you got to be funny.
Yeah.
And most people don't get the choice of the first one. So you have to work on the second.
I was both. I got lucky.
Brother.
Look, that was a real segue for a joke there, but it's all right. It's cool. I was going to say you as well.
You're not even an unattractive person. You got swagger, you got style, you're funny, you're well put together. But even I know back in the day, you were clapped. Be 100%. You showed me a whole picture of you back in the day at school. You didn't have.
I bet. Listen, bruv. I wasn't
But
clapped.
with all respect,
I wasn't clapped. I'll tell you what the taboo was. Not many women was with like the Asian boys. It was
Okay.
So I used to get a lot of white girls, you know.
okay.
A lot
It's
of.
like, I've known Sonny 30 years. I can't
I used to get. I don't know why, but yeah, just.
He ain't called Sonny
Black
Black
for the-
He ain't called Sonny
Pure
Black for
white
no reason, you know.
You used to get white women that liked you when you were younger.
Yeah, because you know what they said to me?
Go on.
You're the first brown person I've ever been with. They wanted to taste to see what it was like.
Pause.
Yo, taste is wild.
No, you know what I mean. No,
Taste
sorry.
is wild.
No, you know what I mean.
Hey,
Yeah,
yo.
sorry. Yeah, dip me like see what it's like.
That's a word.
See what it's like, yeah. Anyway, let's get off that. But yeah, so yeah, I was funny, and why did we get on me by this?
So you're the one who said
Let's
I
get
had
on-
it all together. That's your fault.
Yeah,
I
you
was
said-
100% buff me. Like you asked.
No, I didn't say that. I said I had a bit of both. But
Okay.
yeah, so how did you find where you were funny and you could bust jokes?
I just felt I don't know. I just felt like I could do it because I could make my friends, my family laugh. And I think when I got to 20. Wait, hold on. No, 22 is when I first went on stage properly. So I'm 37 now.
22, you know.
22 is when I first went on stage. I wish it was earlier.
You're 37.
I'm 37.
I thought you were a little bit older than that.
Because you won't chat with me. You're like,
No, Jake.
yeah, you're trying to make. Do you know what people
I'm
think?
not getting
That,
that.
people think that not necessarily.
Don't bring me-
No, you look
Don't
good,
bring me-
bro.
don't bring me
No,
into this,
you
mate.
look your age. You look your age.
I'll take that. But people think I'm older because their first reference of me is talking about garage. Then they think about when they
Innit?
used to rave the
Yes.
garage.
Yeah.
I never used to rave
You're
the garage
right.
like you
You're-
lot.
yeah,
I
you're
mean,
right.
I was
You
too young.
not?
You see, I never.
Yes, you lot.
Yeah, I'm
How old
my
are you?
age.
How old do you think I am?
If you're the same age as him,
No,
45.
I'm way younger than. How old are
No, see, that's summer.
Go on,
that's
You're in your
summer,
40s.
yeah. Yeah,
You're in your 40s.
He's well into his 40s.
Exactly,
He's the
thank
same
you.
school year as me. Don't
Thank you. So you're 44.
Yeah, but you
45.
didn't know that until he just said it.
Bro,
You wank.
he said from I said that he's 45 and you known each other for 30 years. He ain't gonna be 15 hanging around with a 10-year-old. You understand? So you're gonna be 45 roughly.
Yes. Okay, before he told you, how old did you think
I
of?
was gonna say 40.
No, you didn't say 36.
I was not gonna, plus VAT tax service charge. Stop trying to make yourself younger. You are definitely in your 40s comfortably.
Yes, I am.
And you love garage music.
And I
There's
dyed my
references.
beard.
Do you dye your beard?
Yeah, did it
Bro, I
2
did
days
it.
ago.
Bro, I did the same.
Do you?
I did the same. But only because of one. If it was equal, I'd let it go grey. But it's all on one side.
And me, I tell everyone, guys, do not dye your beard, man. One word of advice. I'm not good at giving advice. Do not dye your beard because it comes back worse, 10
I
times
don't
worse.
mind that as long as it's spread out fair. Not look like I had a dusty donut and I just left the dirt here. That's what I'm saying. So for me, I dye it just so it's all one side. But
Can I just get a quick word from today's sponsors, which is Just for Men? When
No, Bidgins. It don't leave no marks. Bidgins is much better.
By the way, there's
Bidgins.
two. There's one where just beard and it's $6.99 or $7.99. But there's one beard and hair, $8.99 for one more pound, and it's a bigger tube.
I'm not dyeing my hair.
It's a bigger tube. No, I don't dye my hair either.
Yeah.
I swear to
Yeah,
God,
sure.
I'll show you after.
Alright, cool. Why not now on the
done my
podcast so we can document it? Go on. Brother, you don't dye your hair.
No.
But there is a necessity for it though.
Yeah, I need it.
Yeah,
I need
you
it.
see
I need it. I need
You
it.
think yeah, my man got the hair.
Now
like
I'm
Reed
showing you I'm
Richards from
45. Look,
Fantastic
that's
Four.
45. That's 45 there, bro.
You man look like Reed Richards, man.
That's 45. And the only reason my hair's sticking up is because yesterday I had to gel it. And I did.
this is taking a weird. Okay, so back to it was all right. So I could make my family laugh. I could make friends laugh. Yeah, that's kind of where it started. Then I got to 22. I did music when I was like 16, 17. What'd you do with music? Oh, MC, like everyone did. Like, hey, right, MC, we'll read. But then afterwards, every time I would write lyrics, I tried to make them funny because I always liked being funny. So I got to about 19, 20. I was at university. I knew that I wanted to get into comedy. I kept going to comedy shows. I kept kind of watching stuff as live that was going on around me. Who's inspiring you? Yeah.
it's not so much comedians that inspired me, it's comedy shows that I would go just to see how comedy how I work. So I'd be a lot of UK shows that I would see. I'd see loads of American like stand-ups, the same typical ones that everybody would watch.
Did anyone inspire you?
I wouldn't say inspire I'm very careful not to say that. If you say inspire, people go, that's who you kind of craft, not so much copy, but crafted the idea of what comedy is around. I was kind of widely open to like watch as much different comedians as I could to understand comedy, not how that person is funny. Which is why when I kept going to comedy shows, like I started going to a lot of like LOL shows in the UK, and I'd see a multi like mixed lineup of different comedians and not go, all right, I like that one, I'm only going to enjoy that one. It was, I like how comedy is formulated by a multitude of different people. So I've got loads of people that I love watching, but comedy as a whole and structuring it, that's what was more inspirational. Is there is this thing that people are doing from different angles. You've got a comic that talks about it in a much more crude, smutty way. You've got somebody who's going to talk about it in a cleanish way. You've got someone who's from this background, someone who is this, like, is rather than just being a typical guy, it could be a woman. But all of them are hooked onto this one thing called comedy. And for me, I just wanted to go, well, then what is that I want to learn? Just that hooked into the art of comedy, rather than I watched him or I watched her and they made me want to do comedy. I never really had that angle. Really? Yeah, no, there are people that I loved watching when I was
Watching top 3 UK British comedians.
Oh yeah, and it's difficult.
From past and present, just any three.
See, anyway, because I'm feeling it. So like, oh, you name me three, but I'll just throw it out. Like, one of my favourites of all time, Victoria Wood. Okay, is an incredible. Yes, there's and what you talk about, the nuance of comedy and how she executed certain things is just like masterful. Do you know? And who's the one liner? The one liner, Guy Jones. The other one. Which one? Delaney. Gary Delaney. Mate, my guy. Yeah, I could sit and watch that guy because it's just so. It's like if he's to try to describe it to you, you go, that's not funny. But when you see it, and then it's weird. Alan Carr isn't like. Alan Carr does a few one-liners, but Gary kind of shuts off everybody and then just does the jokes, where Alan will allow people to throw things at him. Gary's very much a writer, and then he delivers what he's written. Yeah. So something one such way. But then conversely, I think I go back because I liked American comedians growing. I say obviously Richard Pryor, the lineage, Richard Pryor, Ed Murphy, Chappelle, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, like my favorite. He's still be one of my top 3 as well. Killing Him Softly is one of the greatest.
I don't think it's that buff. The Chappelle is funny, but he's not really.
Bro, careful.
He comes serious, isn't it? He does come out quite serious.
I think there's 2 Chappelle though. There's a pre-Chappelle show and then post-Chappelle show, and they're quite very. And there's that middle period where he really went underground. Obviously, if most people would have seen, if you know that footage of him in London when he's smoking and they make him put the cigarette out. It's a film like, it was at 07 around then. Floating Hard, Comedy Cloud. Yeah. So, but I think. Like, go back to Killing Them Softly. I think that's one of the greatest specials. Like, it's a great special. It's really well done.
Who's that by?
Dave Chappelle. Yeah,
can we go back to asking him his 3?
Yes, I can't pick 3. Yeah. So no, I had some.
Kumar's at number 42.
No. Yeah. That's like a comedy sitcom.
Yeah.
That's a show. Well, they're talking about stand-up comedian. Yeah, talking about stand-up. I can't. Do you know it's difficult because so many of the people that you name, I ever work with often enough to see them and. Like it's almost like giving your top 3 of people you're going to have to see at some point. And then you bump into people that you forget, oh snap, because they're my peers. It's different when they bump your peers, they're your contemporaries. There are people that I won't put top 3s, but I will put people that I do go, hey, these are some of the people I love because they should get a light shined on them more than anything else. Are they my top 3? Not always the case. It changes depending on my mood, but because to my brother, Kane Brown.
Oh, brother, I love Rated 18 podcast.
See, this is the thing. You love the podcast.
Yeah, I love it.
Kane is probably arguably pound for pound one of the best. He's hilarious. If you think I'm good when it comes to crowd working and being just ruthless, that's like my big bro.
Yeah.
Right? He is relentlessly ruthless.
Can you get him for us on the podcast?
I could speak to him, but it's about you should reach out yourself. And I'm not doing the groundwork for you.
Yeah, do you know what?
You're buff, you're funny. You do the work yourself. You do, bro.
Yeah, but you got a link. I ain't got a link.
If I love it, you never had a link to me. You still hit me up and I'm here. Look, see?
No, but guess what?
Well, no, to be fair, he gave me the number and I did the work, bro. It's fair enough.
No, but you did the work, which was an absolute shock to me. I was like,
But it be strategic. Get this out with me on it.
Yeah.
He'll see that. And then you go, all right, look, listen, you got your bro in
Even
here.
that, with all due respect, bro, I was shocked when I said, yo, bro, hit us, and you were like, yeah, no,
But you still shot your shot, and here you go.
Yeah, you did. And you know what? I was shocked at it. And I usually do that all the time.
The worst you can get is a no.
Yeah.
And you're in the same position you was when you didn't ask. So you might as well just ask.
It leaves nothing.
And that's what a lot of people don't do as well, because of that situation. They're scared just in case of the no.
Yeah, fear's the one thing, isn't it? Fear's the biggest thing that holds people back in everything.
I didn't know you were going to say, yeah, I know who you lot are. I'm like, I watch Aurie Styla on TikTok, on TV, on here. I didn't know he's going to say SITW, yeah? And I'm, bro.
Don't get to that later because you want me to finish these three in there. All right, so Kane is like my bro. Even so, if you get on him on here, I can comfortably say that he'll say the same about me. Like, that's my brother. In the sense of, even he's on tour right now, my best friend is my tour manager, is doing his tour management as well. And we playfully fight over who's going to now keep the person as a tour management, because we can do that. So I'll send him videos cussing him out all the time, saying, you're an idiot, you can't buy food proper and so on. Or just to say, she's going to leave you to come back to, because we have that camaraderie. Right,
Right, being yeah, that's how you imagine if sort of some of our WhatsApp messages and what out there you come on, bro. You know,
So people think, we argue in a fight under the phone.
But that's how we were supposed to. That's like, yeah,
that's how boys did.
So, but yeah, him, another one of my guys, Travis J, like, who is phenomenal. If you probably would have seen him more so, if not stand up, you would have seen him recently in Supercell.
Oh, yeah.
Right? He was the best friend of the strong one. So he's one with the glasses. When the car gets lifted, he's in the car. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I watched it, but
He's a second generation comedian. His mum is one of the pioneers of like Black British comedy. Her name's Angie Lamar.
What's she in?
She's done stand up in Real McCoy. She's done loads.
My brain went blank there. Yeah, Angela Costa.
Some stage.
My dad, that's Wally, man. That's my dad, man. He used to love Real McCoy. My dad was my stepdad was white, but being from Bedford, they're that friends, isn't it? So
Oh, yeah, of course.
any form of black culture, like I got it through my white stepdad. You got some weird kind of mad parody, but I love it.
No, that's fair enough.
Beautiful.
So you've got like one thing I love about him. Again, similar to me. He does other things. He's got a podcast with another comedy friend of mine called KG. He is a comedian to the core. So the art of it is what I love that he has a focus on. So he's somebody that, as much as he'll do other things, he comes from a comedy bloodline, which means he has a respect for comedy because he's grown up in it. Everyone he's seen that his mum has had to work with, he's got such a love and respect for the history of it. So when other people come in and they kind of do like dilly-dally and wishy-washy stuff, he's not for it. He's the person that likes to sit down, craft, write, and he'll travel the world doing comedy. That's a guy that I would always shine a light on to say, yo, that's my bro. There's loads of
these people as you're saying them.
Oh, I could. There's about 50 I can list, but if I start, I'm gonna forget names.
I've got someone I want to ask about.
And do they change as well? Like,
I'll be surprised
if someone asks you your top 3 rappers, it changes all
It
the time.
changes depending on, but there are people I always shine a light on to say, hey, because of their love for the art, more so than how they are on stage. They're great on stage, but it's the love for the art that makes me respect them forever.
I've got a comedian that I follow randomly, and I like female comedians as well. I think female comedians can have the just if they're good, and like, not that the one should be better than the other, but there's just something about sometimes female comedians. Yeah, one I discovered randomly through her being attacked by a Tory MP, and she put a video up. Her name's Louisa Omelian.
Yeah,
you know
Louisa Omelian.
Omelian. I mean, never get her name right. Omelian. You know,
yeah,
I think she's
great. She's such a lovely person. She's done. I done one of my comedy mania shows up here, and she was in bed.
Can you say her name again?
Louisa Omelian.
Omelian. Yeah, I'm terrible getting people's the pronunciation precise.
I've booked her for one of my shows in Harper Suite.
Yeah.
Bodied the show.
Yeah, she's unbelievable, man. Yeah, like what would Beyonce do? Is it? Yeah.
I've worked with Louisa for years.
She's smashing America right now. She's out there. She's been out there for months, and then she does out by. She's in Sats, one of the Texas.
So Louisa again is somebody who she's grafted in comedy for a long enough time where for a period of time she was overlooked. So she went down her own lane. Again, this is someone who I know loves the craft of comedy. Went down her own lane, done well. Now she's got her core following, and now she's able to say, I could still go do shows, but it's never she gets the phone call to be in front of everyone and everything.
Yeah.
Like some of us don't get that phone call.
I can relate to that.
But she still has such an audience that love her. And every time that she does show up on even other people's shows, bodies the show. She's fantastic.
I absolutely love her.
And the fact she's been getting attacked by like people whose opinion probably is malicious and egregious, and she'll just stand there and go, I don't care. She's dope. There's loads of comedians that are like that. Jen Brister is phenomenal. She's getting attacked a lot because of her views with calling for ceasefires in Palestine. Every Palestine. Do you understand what I'm saying? So she's there. She's online, putting her neck out there to say, hey, I'm done with people trying to brush this off, and she's using her platform to do so. But take that aside for a second. She's a phenomenal comedian who will also go out there and be able to speak these things. Right? She's great. There's loads. Yeah. See, the more I think, the more I get down at, I'm now thinking about great comedians that I can highlight, not just because of their love for comedy, but now how they handle controversy, how they handle some of the things that they stand for, and then they put themselves out there. I could keep doing that forever. But the amount of comedians I can name to say that these are my people, or that I think need, not even that they need a light shine, or like you said, you love came from the Rated 80 podcast. That podcast is great because you got to see what he's capable of doing. On a podcast, you need to go see him live. It's different. It's different. The same.
I don't get out much. That's my problem.
But there were free tickets for stuff he wouldn't turn up to.
No, of course I will turn up.
You've got some names. I'll give my apology. There's loads I could drop, but like, I want to say this clear for anyone who watches and goes, why do you say my name? You already know. So there's hundreds of us. I can't always remember people. And the forefront of my mind is who I've recently spoken to. Like I spoke to Kane like a couple of days ago. Also, shout out to Travis. He's celebrated his 16th year anniversary of comedy. I think it was yesterday. So that's why it's in the forefront of my mind of just thinking of people's journeys. You brought up Louisa. That remind me of Jen. They're like, you see how my mind thinks in the trade of thought. Someone just popped into my head who I'm a big fan of, Doc Brown. Doc, do you know what's funny?
I know that name.
Yeah, he was Bassett. Yeah, he was part of Poisonous Poets before he did comedy as well. And he raps. And he's been in the so watch this. My friend. He's a writer, he's fantastic. Now watch this.
Is he related to Doc Rotten?
No, he's not related to Doc Rotten. It's Dot Brown.
Oh, look at come up.
Not Dot Brown from... Oh my gosh. All right, so ironically...
Doc, yeah?
DOC and then Brown, yeah. Ironically, me and Dot Brown have never...
Oh, the teacher dude.
Me and him never met face to face, ever. I know him, he knows me in terms of we know each other's comedy. Recently, his name came up in the conversation I was having with my agents in regards to... I can't remember. I think we were just talking about like writing sessions. He's a fantastic writer for a lot of sitcoms.
He's a far he is.
So I was like, snap Doc. And then one of my socials like, I don't even follow him. I follow Doc. Because I'm like, it's mad that I haven't followed him for all these years. But normally if I meet you face to face, I'll be like, oh snap, if I haven't followed you, follow you there. Haven't bucked him up on the comedy circuit. Followed him and instantly messaged like, bro, in this crazy flow, neither of us, that is it, have met each other face to face, but we both are fully aware of each other's content. And I said, that's got to change. Like at some point, we definitely have to meet up, have a conversation. And he's like, we'll do it. So we follow each other, but it's just insane. With 15 years for me, he's been going a little longer than me in comedy, but he dabbled between comedy and then music, and then he come back in music, and then come back. He's like, because I remember, he's like, oh, if you think in between us, 2008, 2000, not 2010, so we're going nearly 15, 16 years ago. Because he was about behind today. He didn't just land in between us. He was doing stuff long before. Yeah, exactly. But while we're on the subject of like, shouting the up proud, yeah, big up.
He's a bit like that Moa Chihuahua geezer, isn't he?
Chihuahua.
Yeah, you like him.
Yeah.
What did you say, sorry?
Munya Chihuahua.
But talking about like obviously up contemporaries, other comedians, and obviously and what's made me ask this question is when I read the comments of Green, everybody keeps saying that you need to get a Netflix special, which leads me on to obviously Mo. Do you have a relationship with Mo? You guys ever kind of Mo Gilly?
Our rise in comedy has been like very like
there's a whole honestly we kind of seen that
there's a whole group of us, me, Axel Blake, Travis J, Kevin J, Babington Leshe, Mo Gilligan. There's others, K Card. Jeez, there's loads of names I'm missing out. But we all started roughly within the same 2 years. And we're all right, the same age. What so means we become this is like a golden generation. This is what I'm saying. So roughly I'd say between 2009 to about, I think Bubbles maybe 2007, but 2009, I would say, to 2011 or 12. There was a huge surgence of comedians that came up. All of us roughly no more than 4 or 5 years apart in age. And that's all those names that I said, right? So we've all done university gigs together. We've all done KG as well, sorry. I think I said Kevin already. We've all done university gigs together. We've all done like the Sunday shows. We've all done the LOL shows. We've done shows where we are like billed as the next generation of comedians, where it's like us lot on there and 7 of us or 8 of us, and we all do 10 minutes or so. We've done loads of those kind of shows. So
Is it on a circuit, yeah?
yeah.
And is it on I don't know how to put this without sounding racist.
Black comedy circuit.
Is there white people there?
The shows that
Like, is it predominantly black people? So it's
a lot of the shows, yeah. You would have a lot of shows where it was black comedy circuit, black comedians, predominantly black.
And why do we have that?
Because the mainstream comedy didn't really allow for many of us to go in. So if you imagine if all
So it was racist.
it's kind of circumstantial of how people have been programmed to think what comedy is.
Isn't it?
So you're going to say
We shouldn't have that now.
say it's racist is reductive because it's not the audience's fault.
Yeah.
It's what mainstream studios told you this is common there. If you've been told that McIntyre, John Bishop, all these people are like the main face of comedy, and then you go to a comedy club and you see people that either resemble that or people that follow that and say that's what we relate to.
Yeah.
And then you get the one black guy in the club. For the club, that's the one black guy. This is during like between 2000 and maybe 2015, right? So one black guy, the one woman, the one LGBTQ act, and that would be the contemporary act, whereas predominantly it would be a middle-aged white comedian, and then your audience is going to reflect that. Then you have comedians like, shout out to John Simmet. He is a comedian who also put on comedy shows around the country, probably the first to do it on a big scale, which were predominantly black people. He's also Dipsy, Teletubbies. He was Dipsy at Harvard, yeah.
Brother, I thought it's good. Carry on.
You thought believe he's did
No, I don't hear you on about Teletubbies. They didn't. I knew.
Yeah, but Dipsy the Teletubby, that's John Simmet, right? So he's been in the BBC. He's had that BBC bag, yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna talk about his back, right? What they say is that he does what he does. So I'll say what he does. He put on comedy shows like Hackney Empire, Birmingham Alexandra Theatre. He put on shows around the country that allowed for that generation of comedians, your Curtis Walkers, your Robbie G, your Eddie Nestors, all of that kind of age of comedian, your Andrew DeMars, all of that. He put on shows that they would go and do. They're one generation. Between that generation and where we are, you had some of the middle names that kind of came up. I would say like Richard Blackwick.
You might say Richard.
Yeah, he came up just after that generation, but he was one of the kings of the gap that he was in there and was one of the biggest names in black comedy in this country, right?
Great timing, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Like,
He was had a good time with him because it opened up, Real McCoy era opened up that door with all those main faces. Richard went on Real McCoy as an act who performed, and Richard was he had in full package. He wasn't as a character, he performed on Real McCoy.
he did.
But he was like, he's slightly younger than your Curtis Walkers, your Eddie Nestors, your Robbie G's, but he was the package.
I think he also struck in a perfect time. That's at that late 90s, early 2000s, the internet was the NTV Bay era, or the base era.
Yeah, he was cool. He's definitely between that era and where we're at. Slim, same thing again. He was like the king of black comedy in terms of, especially black comedy and black British comedy in this country. He was the main face in that sense, right? Below that, you've got different age groups of people that had come in as well. But the huge insurgence of comedians, similar to what you had with like Curtis, Eddie, Robbie, Angie, all that lot that came around that era, is where my era kind of, like the names that I just said. So when you say about people like Mo, Baba, all of us lot, same kind of era we started within the same 3 years, all of us grew up and grown in comedy together. Like, we've been in each other's cars. I've done journeys with people we've driven from one place to another, and I'm the one driving. I'm tired. I tell these you lot, we're sleeping. I'm sorry, I need an hour nap. Unless you're not going to take the wheel, I'll go to a service station, I'm getting an hour nap. These men are wide awake. And they got to affirm that because I'm the one that's driving from Leeds to like central London to drop them off so they can go down to south. So that's kind of our era and our rise. You get to a point where all of us split off in our own ways because we got our own journeys and destinations and places we go. We talk, if you see each other, we're all cool. But again, it's like you lot when you were younger at school here. You know each other from the people that you grew around here. When everyone splits off, families, different directions. So sometimes, and this is not even a negative, I won't say names. This is not even negative about any names that I've even said, but there are some people that their view of comedy goes in a direction that you don't want to follow because they might want to go down the creating content route, political route. not even political. That could be one way. That could be one way as well. But they might be wanting to go down that I'm only doing online content.
Yeah.
Whereas some people might go, I want to do comedy because I love the art form. Others go down, I want to be famous. Others go down TV acting. There's loads of people that don't do comedy anymore that have that still in them. Like, I don't know, shouts to B Money. He was a great, feisty, rude comedian while we were starting up, right? But he doesn't do stand-up anymore. People go down there in the roots, but there's still that class of whatever that generation is, that class and that era. So yeah, we all have that connection and affinity and so on. And I could check in on any of them a message if I wanted to. Some that I do because I'm closer with, and others I'm like, as and when I see them, we're like, yo, what's going on? How's things? We know how each other's doing because of all of our careers are doing really well. But
also if you had a real sense of like, that's pride, you know what I mean? You'll come up to each other and...
Do you know what? To a degree, because not everyone came up at the same time to be able to blow. So, like, I was probably one of the earlier ones of that generation to get like a huge boost because of the garage stuff. But I didn't want no popularity or fame from that. Yeah, it was great. But some people, if I knew what I knew then now, I would have spun it in a way to force people to come and see me do stand-up. Whereas other people back then were trying to get me to do garagey stuff. And I'm like, I became the mascot for kind of comedy garage. So I get asked to come down to like all these Garage Nation events and festivals and so on. I was the host for the UKG brunch, which they started in 2016, I think it was. So I was the main host.
Okay.
But as much as it was a great experience to do, my thing is always comedy. So back then where that was like a huge boost to my career, that was my up, and then, I let that kind of, not even I let it was naturally going to die down anyway, but I also wanted it to die down because I didn't want to be known as the garage guy. Everybody was forcing that on me. I didn't want that. But not by not by you, not by me, not to. Publicly, exactly. So what I did is I said, you know what, you lot can call me that, but for me, I just want to do stand-up. I want to put on shows. I want to put on tours. And that's where I put my focus in. So I think you're definitely shaking that now. You know what? Years ago. So, 2014 is when that video happened. 2015, I did a comedy tour. I was a host, and I brought other comedians down. 2016 was my first one-man show tour. And even at the beginning of that show, I said, for anybody who's asking for me to do this dance again, this is the last time you're going to see me do it. And I do it, and I make a joke about how people ask me to do it, and I left it at that. That's 2016. So now people still want me to do it. It won't happen. I think it's not, I have enough that people don't only have to think about.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I'm doing. I think that's it. I think you just hit the nail on the head with like tool-related puns here, spanner in the works now. The nail on the head. I'm trying my comedy bars here, man.
I think it's rubbish.
Not selecting, are they? But no, so obviously my first experience of, we use Mo as an example, was Julie Cut the Cans. Like they're long in the past. You don't remember them for that now. So,
exactly. So you want to evolve from now.
Yeah.
So to address what I was saying earlier when I say not all the time is it, you're proud of everybody. But sometimes it can be difficult because you have your climb. I wanted to dead that momentum because I didn't want to be known as the garage guy. And then you get somebody else who has a nice boost, and somebody else has a nice boost. And you sit there going, I'm happy for everybody, but then I'm still trying to figure out what is my thing, because I'm still shaking off the 2017, I'm shaking off the garage year.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going...
Is that when you did
No, I did 2014. Bro, it was so much more bigger than anyone could have anticipated. They can imagine BBC pubbed that hugely. I became the face of BBC comedy in like 2015 and 2016 when they had like those shows they put back on again. Then it for like the Black British comedy thing that they was doing, I would do shows, and that's what their first recognition of me was that. Then you had the social media era of like 2016, 2017 of people doing content online, Vines, and then going into Insta. But then that thing, it still goes viral all the time. So for me, as much as I'm so thankful for that, I'm looking at that going, I want to shake this off, but everyone else is finding their lane. So while they're finding their lane doing their thing, I'm sitting there going, I got to figure out mine. I got to do this. I got to do that. I'm trying to find what my thing is. That is purely what I love doing, which is comedy, but also not to boost me up like a huge microwave. I don't believe in that, but just so I can comfortably go, this is where I'm happy and it's working. And you see other people finding their thing, and some will go up and go down, but you're like, it looks like they know what they're doing. And I'm still trying to figure out what's my thing. Everybody goes through that.
And you're still figuring this out?
Say again?
But you're still figuring it out?
Absolutely not. No, I know what I love doing. I know what my comedy is.
So what do you prefer to be on stage? Or do you do TV work? Because I haven't seen you on TV much.
I love equally both, but more so for me, I'm more comfortable with I'm more comfortable being on stage because one thing I love doing is I like freestyling with the crowd. So it's like I have to do it, and I'm so good with that being in that zone. And then also I don't mind.
Is that easier?
For me, then to freestyle than to write material?
Yeah.
No,
It was writing material harder.
no. Writing material is all right. Let me be careful on this. Writing material is easier because you're trained to do that as a comedian. Freestyling, people think is a cheat code because they look at it and go, "You're just talking to them."
Yes, which is what I thought is easier.
Okay, being good at it, that's difficult. Because you have to be able to pick up
Quick style, isn't it?
freestyle and also be intelligent enough that the audience go, "That was really good," and it was off the cuff. There are some comedians who think that crowd work is hack, but there are also comedians that think low-hanging fruit jokes is hack. You can be good at doing crowd work, or you can be hack it, as just like you could be good at doing comedy with writing material or be hack it. The trick is being good enough to do it where even if other people are like, but it's crowd work, or I could easily go, then you do it. But I see people try it, doesn't do as well as mine and some other people that are really good at it, because if you've worked as a comedian that hosts a lot of shows, that's your natural thing to have to be able to do.
I did that host thing.
Yeah, I did that a lot. Where I'm the guy that's warming up the crowd to bring on a comedy act. I've done it with my own shows. So you have to be able to have material, have the knowledge base and the social awareness of things that are happening currently to be able to mix that in what you're saying. Also, have enough knowledge in your mind to be able to take information that people give you about the jobs that they do or where they're at, or situations that you can then see what's going on and go, hold on, that looks a bit off, and then be able to articulate that in real time.
Like the brother that wouldn't take the coat off, like in one win. Yes, exactly. Then in real time, so being able to know as that, and I think having I'm not comparing myself in any way, but
He does it a lot.
I've been hosting quizzes for the last year. Yeah, right. All done on spot, and I found myself because I'm just making some bust it. And when you, even in that, there's no requirement for me to be funny. My requirement is just to deliver the quiz in the best possible way. Yeah. But I find myself making little jokes and, certain little things like that. And you start to realize in the moment just how difficult. I do it 10 times. 4 might hit with one might be get out of it, but 5 die. And imagine being up on stage where people have paid you money to see you there.
Bro, like that, with the quiz, they came for the quiz. When they come to see you make them laugh, and different words, louder. Much louder. And you did not make me laugh and I paid for that. With the quiz, you don't have to be funny. If you're funny, it's a bonus. Yeah. For me, it's a necessity. That's what you pay for. What was you like?
So what's it like for Aurie Styla when you don't want to be funny? You just want to chill.
Easy. I sound it off.
But the public
out. You I don't want to do.
So they know when people see you, they expect you to be funny. Do you know what I mean, bro?
You have to let go of that. Comedians, I have a theory, which I think many comedians will agree with this on this. Comedians that aren't comfortable with who they are yet, because maybe they might be new to comedy, have to make people laugh when they're off stage, because they still haven't validated or identified themselves as a comedian enough to go, I don't have to wait. I should be on stage. Yeah. So I have to be on stage and I have to be off stage to make people laugh. Whereas if you are validated enough to know what you do for a living, mate, if I want to be serious, I just switch off and go, I don't want to be Mr. Funny, because I'm comfortable with knowing what I do and how I do it. So I do it on stage. If you're new to it, and I've been there, like every one of my peers has been there, being funny is such a new tool. You want to practice it everywhere. So you're like, I want to be funny here, I want to be funny there, I want to be funny in situations that aren't even funny, because that's now an identity you're trying to cultivate.
Yeah.
So when I switch off, I went on the way here. I passed through Luton Carnival, and
Luton Carnival's on.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it carnival. It's more like a barbecue. Yeah, it's on today.
I mean, no one's talked about it or words about it. People usually wide and rave about.
But on this, it was no trucks. It was so that I don't know if it's been noise complaints with the council, but no trucks. But they also spun it as we're trying to be more like green and eco-friendly. So what they've done is they have people with trolleys listen, brother, I have louder Bluetooth speakers than what's happening.
No big sound system.
No big sound. It was literally a guy in a trolley with 2 speakers, a mixer, and a generator to keep that powered up, and people dancing around it. It wasn't like a big truck.
Okay.
So it was a lot more quiet, and it felt quieter as well. And I think obviously because of the problems they've had with crime, I don't want to put too much shine on it. At carnivals, they have to pull it back a little bit till they can build it up again. So that's what today was. Today was like a quiet one. But I went down there, and the amount of people that I didn't even know would know who I was. Because I go there without thinking, I'm this guy. I could have just like, I saw a family friend of mine, I hung around with them and his friends and the kids that they had there because it was like a family thing to them. People coming up to me, oh my God, can I get a picture? Can I do this? Can I do that? But then you get some people that go, you have to make me laugh and rare.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I could switch that off. I'm not working. You're not paying me to do this. I'm not even in work mode right now, but yeah, that's it.
So it's a bit like this. Like you rap, you make music, but like, do you remember when you were young and hungry, like when all the men would be them together? You rap anyway. You're rapping all the time. You're saying all of the time. But now you're not.
Yeah.
If someone comes to touch you, Sonny, spit me some bars. No. It's like that. You know what I mean? No, I'm not getting my DJ gear out now and playing you a set, bro. People pay me big money to do that. Shut up.
But honestly, anybody who's comfortable with what they do and they do it enough where they can be comfortable switching off, bro, they switch off. They like, I don't have to do it all day to do as well. You have to get a good manager. What might be funny through my telly when I'm watching Netflix? You know, that makes no sense.
And the reason why I was that is because obviously when I walked in, I'm a man who feels aura.
Yeah.
And we walked in to the handshake. Yeah, Aurie Styla. Wow.
I was serious, isn't it?
And yeah, man was.
Yeah. I did not say, yeah, you were quite see.
I'm chilled. I'm not working. But when the mic goes on,
Yeah.
I have to be on. So for me, I can do that here.
Yeah.
But I think it's tiring even forget just me. It's tiring for everybody else. If I come in here or something, and I'll do that on the mic again. And then after when everyone's tapped out and tired, I'm like, hey, woo, what? Like everybody will think, shut up, please, just calm down.
Because I had it with Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks came to Bedford.
Okay.
Many years ago. We saw him in Pizza Hut. That many years.
Hearing about it.
Pizza Hut, we closed down years ago. Yeah. When I walked in, I was like, yo, Banks. And he looked at me, he took it, skewing grabbed me.
Yeah, but who wants to see a guy come in shouting your name? Bruv, I'll be like, is it beef? I don't know. I've had it when people come up to me and they're like, one kid, I went barbers, not the last time I went, the time before that. One guy seen him walking across the street and he saw me and he walked towards me, right? Plaits down, he had a do-rag on top of it, plaits at the side. He was kind of blam. He was, all I know, I could have talked about his girl at a show, right? And he's just trying to like test his mettle. So as soon as I saw him, my hands went down, right? Just like this. And as soon as I saw him coming towards me is when I know, all right, I'm either going to get ready to box. That's what I'm thinking. In the gym. Not like nothing, not competitively. But I can fight. Look at the size of me. I'm not just a pushover. He comes up to me and he's like, yo, my guy, I love your stuff, And I'm like, are you self-aware enough to know? I think I read demeanor.
Yeah, you know.
I say, so when you're walking in, I backs with a gunshot finger pointing up.
No gunshots. It was just your bag. Bearing in mind, my alarm clock was, we're on fire. But my alarm clock was his song. So I'm like,
but he doesn't know that.
Yeah. I think sometimes there is that thing of being starstruck where you are so into someone. Like, I'm not going to lie. If I was walking down the street and I see Jay-Z, but I'm probably going to go like full on fan.
it's going to go,
Yeah, I'm going to go to Sonny.
Jay-Z. Cut that out as well then.
If you're invested in someone as an actor and you like them and you genuinely have admiration, sometimes when you that might be the only time you ever get to see that person, right? And sometimes I think people, the way human brains maybe react, is, oh my God, if so-and-so, and they're not going to know that all Lloyd Banks is going to act when I hear that pizza.
But if Lloyd Banks sees that, just like what had happened, and he sees some guy kind of going a bit hype, where Lloyd might come from, there's something to be, there's a lot of nuances. You understand it? Yeah. The same way that Busta Rhymes, I remember somebody was going into like a trailer and somebody was starstruck and shouting, Busta, coming, I want a picture. And it was when he was like, and was going to the trailer, and she then got vexed and cussed him out, and then he stopped away. Excuse me, hold on. Right? I'm about to go use the toilet. I heard you.
Yes.
I'm coming back out. But the way you're speaking to me, because I don't, at your beck and call, come to you.
Yeah, there's an entitlement in there, isn't there?
There you go. The entitlement of, because I'm starstruck, I can talk to you anyway.
Whoever say it, they're nuance. There's nuance. That's the nuance.
One of my, I think I saw one of my favorite comedians to watch now is Ali Sadiq. And he spoke about this in an interview. I can't remember if it was Shannon Sharp or someone else, but he was saying about people that if they come with like minimal respect or expectation, he's not on it. But if you at least show some, hi, Mr. Sadiq, hi, Ali, how you doing? Can I please? He'll respond in that way. You got to kind of calm it down. You can't just run up on something.
Yeah, that's true. It's
No, but if we didn't run up on him, we just...
I think that's sacked.
Yeah, I was with Chino.
Yeah.
Chino's a big fan, like I said, yeah? He has alarm clocks were on fire. Lloyd Banks' major song. We walk in,
around that
we walk in, and we're like, Banks! And security grabbed me. And I was like, I just want to say hello to Banks. And I was like, it was like, Banks, look this way, he did.
Yeah, but if you know Lloyd Banks, right? Lloyd Banks is notoriously known for being like reclusive.
what arsehole? Look at
He's
his head,
got
right?
Daisy Lloyd tattooed on him.
Wait,
girl.
you said reclusive. You said arsehole. Do you not see the perspective?
No, that day he wasn't. But anyway, he might be all right.
Nah,
So he lifted his head up like that, anyway.
But you saw it as an arsehole because it didn't work in your favor. But let's say it was
But
something.
then it happened because he was wicked chatting to the little girls with school uniform on. He didn't want chatting to them, but he wouldn't chat to me like, yeah, let's go then, yeah? You want to go Diddy? Why? Yeah? I got proof. Chino was there. That's Hollywood for you. Yeah, but Chino was there. My mate was there. And I was like, I want to meet.
I don't do not for everybody. Yeah, these are guys, man.
Can we go back to professional now?
yeah, we are. So speaking of location, how did you end up in Bedford? Tell us how that journey kind of goes.
Half houses.
That was it. Okay, yeah, but why not Milton Keynes then? Why not Dunstable? Why not?
All right, so Milton Keynes are more expensive though. Milton Keynes is a bit more expensive, but also I feel like Milton Keynes culturally isn't as there's no vibrant like Bedford.
That's where I was coming with.
I have family in Bedford as well. Okay, a huge family in Bedford.
Oh, how can we know?
You're what, 45? 44?
Yeah.
No. We don't say our ages.
I'm cool, mate. Don't like cut that bit as well. I'm 45.
All right, shout out to my cousin Squeezy.
Oh, serious?
No way. For real. This is my platform, our platform. I'm going to take this opportunity to shout out. I was talking to one of my bridges about him yesterday, right? We was busting Jones. I saw this meme about the storyteller, someone put singer. And I sent it to my bridge and I went, who's this? And he went, Squeeze, because he's told me about every single hiccup ever been involved with, yeah? That guy is a hood legend. Yeah, big up to Squeeze.
So,
man.
anyone with his surname, I'm going to say wait, anyone with his surname,
Yeah.
around Bedford,
That's your family. Oh, hey. Yeah.
now hear this as well.
Okay.
I'd been up Bedford several times. My dad, how it works is my dad and him, first cousin. So my grandmother, my dad's mum, his dad, brother and sister.
Okay, yeah,
Right? So there's two prominent family trees, same surname.
Yeah.
They're brothers in Bedford.
Yeah, there is. Because one of them are my people.
There you go.
Like, yeah, David Wood and
Name was
they're mine.
Now, hear day once. Hear this.
This is mad.
Hear this. While they're my family, I only ever saw them when they would come down to my grandmother's house in London. I know their names. If I saw them now, wouldn't know what they look. No, I got pictures of them with me in pictures when we were younger. But when I come up here is when I got to know and see some of them and get connected with some. Some I really, there was a funeral for one that I visited, and when I was there, I got to really connect with some of the ones who were a little bit younger than me, but my cousins in that sense, right? So I would see them and I get to know I'm close with like some of them, but there's a lot of them. And I know they got like reputations and they got certain credibilities and certain, jackets, basically, right there, that I didn't like, their reputations precede them. And yet, if I was to see them face to face, all of them, I wouldn't necessarily know who's who. You'd have to know which one. Oh, yeah. The one who, and you're this one's cousin and that one's brother and so on and so forth, right? So, but Squeeze, me and him are tight.
Yeah, that's my
Right? Because as soon as I said I was coming up here, made a connect proper. We'd spoken online many a times and seen them at like family functions from years ago, but made the proper connect when I was making a move up here, and I'm there all the time.
Yeah, he is like one of the most like he because he's a bit older than us, yeah. So when we were coming up, he was like one of the elders, yeah. But how it goes is one of my best friends, his sister. So his eldest son, yeah. So that's how that Bedford though all over. Yeah. If you look at the 6 degrees of separation in Bedford, it's crazy. We're all kind of Bedford's very, very close and tight then. So that's obviously what kind of is. So I guess that's why you moved there. Why you getting that?
Not just that. For me as well, I chose Bedford because I could have gone, let's say, west, east, or south of London.
Yeah, true.
Getting around the country. Much easier for me. That's the perfect middle. That's right.
And you know what they're bringing back as well? The east-west rail line that links Cambridge to Oxford. That was snap.
Yeah. So for me, getting to London, I'm near the M1. Jump on that straight down to London. Getting to London by train. Bedford Station goes all the way to Brighton. It stops up at Gatwick, Luton. King's Cross, all them stations, and every London Bridge, all them ones in between, one train. Yeah. So I was strategic. Transport links for me, perfect. Plus affordability. And now I don't think I'll be moving. I won't move. I think I like staying here enough because I'm so kind of used to just how everything is well set up for me. Plus as well, that new Universal Studios thing is opening up. We spoke about my yard is going to go up in price. Yeah, it's up, up in price. And at some point.
Airbnb.
I'm literally 7 minutes away from where it is. You are. I am nice. You are the free.
Do you like Bedford though? Do you like it, Bob?
It has its ups and downs. It definitely has.
Already? How long have you been there?
4.5 years.
And you've got ups and downs already?
Easy. I'm a big city boy that's moved to a small town. Everybody here knows everybody. I'm a person, and especially what I do for a living, I like kind of keep myself to myself.
Yeah.
I like where there's people that live in my village that see me and go, that's where they're coming.
You know, half the hood end up moving out there, you know, like all the people from the hood that made their dough and what.
So my problem is it's not a problem. It's just I'm not used to the familiarity. Like I can say a name and someone in here knows that person.
Yeah.
Right? I've also seen how that affects how people interact. Like, let's be real, we're being respectful. Let's say I had got into a relationship with someone from Bedford. I haven't. But let's say I got into a relationship. This is my girl. Now, if we split, the amount of people that have either been like are related to her, been with her baby fathers, then so what? Now, just because you were with one person, 90% of Bedford of your age group in that demo are so connected, you get with someone else, you know everybody else's business. I don't like that familiarity with dating. I don't like that familiarity even with friendships. I don't want to hear about my friend through somebody else who knows that friend and so on. I'd rather just get like whatever I know through you. But because it's a smaller town, it's not a small town in essence, but from what I'm used to, coming here, everybody knows everybody. You went to the same one of 2 or 3 schools, one of 2 colleges. You come out, who you had beef with in college is now probably your cousin's baby farm. Do you see what I'm saying?
Daddy, have you ever heard Bedford summed up?
Dude, it's like he's lived there for all of these. Oh, what did he just say?
Small town mentality.
What do we say every week? This is from someone who's come from London.
I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it. Because if you're in it,
I'm about to.
I know you are. I'm not knocking it. My thing is this. If you grow in it, you've been Bedford all your life.
Yeah. Never.
I love it. I love Bedford.
All right. So for you, it works because that's what you're accustomed to. When you come from a bigger city and go into that, it can be a bit overwhelming. The same way if you go from a small town to a big city.
I don't like London.
If I let you, in a 20-year period, I've spent 3.5 to 4 years in Bedford. Most of them, a majority was in a village anyway. So okay, I had a count, right? But any time I've lived here, in terms emotionally, financially, creatively, in any single way, I've always felt like suppressed. And the second I come out of this place, and so there's this perception that I hate Bedford, and I know I come across like I hate Bedford. Why? And let me tell you why I hate about Bedford. I hate the potential that it could have, and because I've seen what it does to you if you stay within it. Not everybody, what it's done to me by staying within it. So when I've gone out and flourished, my natural tendency is then to go, part of the reason I flourished is because I'm not in that fishbowl no more.
Okay.
But I also, all of the things that you...
All right, go on. I'm gonna hit that in a second.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm looking forward to this. I kind of like, we're tapping some free therapy here, man. I told you, I dipped in, you've done the whole journey. But yeah, so what I think I'm really... Now go on, you show what you're saying. Go on.
You I used to get frustrated with my comedy peers when I wanted to help some of them who were great at what they do, but they were terrible at the things that were needed around comedy. So like, they'll be like, I could go on stage, I can make people laugh. Cool. But do you have pictures to send for the flyers that they're going to put you on? Do you have an email address so when you need contacting, they can go, this is where you need to go to let me know about my bookings? Do you have a place or like a landing page that people can at least access? Are you marketing yourself properly? Do you even look like you bathe when you go on stage? Or are you just rolling out of your bed to do so, right? No, I'm serious. As though you are marketing, I know you're serious. So for me, one thing I had to do is let it go because everyone could be in their own different places. Yeah. If I get frustrated with how an area is or how a circumstance or a bubble is, and I get frustrated, whereas I know I can go, all right, let me get up and do something myself, be it a friendship, be it camaraderie in your entertainment field, be it like your peers at work, be it in a relationship. If I keep dwelling on the fact that you're not doing it because your mentality is. I'm now allowing myself to anchor myself to their lacking of an open mind. Whereas actually, if that's the case, let me just focus on my thing. The best way, biblically, right? In the very good, thank you. Biblically, so I'm a Christian. Biblically, in the Bible, it says the best way to show people in terms of like what God has done for you or why you are a follower of Christ is by the example that you live and lead. So the person that you are is a testament to what that has happened, like what's happened in your life, right? Yeah. You can preach scripture and so on and so forth, right? But if someone looks at you and goes, what's going on with them? And then they can go, oh, I'm just following Christ. That's what I do. And they go, bruh, let me follow that. That's the best way to be, as an example. If you needed to get up and go, and there's a bag of people from this city, or town rather, that have gotten up and just gone and done their own thing, and they'll come back in every now and then and drop in and so on. They just get up and go, rather than trying to get everybody else to also follow suit. It's not just here. There are people that I know, one of my tour DJs, right? Shout out to her. Yeah, man.
Also, Milton Keynes.
Yeah. Milton Keynes. She'll tell you the same thing. She loves Milton Keynes, loves her family there. But Milton Keynes, in terms of the environment, could be so kind of small-minded that when she said, let me get up, let me make a move, and let me go to the big smoke so I can make moves for myself and plant bigger seeds. Now when she goes back, I know people when she's gone back, right, you see how she made it big and rare, which is true because their perception is big is as wide as that bubble can be. She's gone, now there's much more out here. Yes, that's a witness, but there you go. Yeah, people, even if your dreams are even bigger than that, because she'll say this, I love my city, but I needed to do more. So I had to come out of the city to be able to invest in myself elsewhere. Be an example of that. Idris Elba left the UK when you weren't getting as much as it could to go to America. He's like, look, UK giving me what I need. Gina Yashere, same thing. Yeah, UK giving me what I need, right? Let me bop out. Let me go to a different country. Let me make it big with what I have there in an environment where I can grow. I can't remember which animal it is. I think it's, there are some animals that you limit the space that they can grow in and they won't grow. But if the space is a lot bigger, their physicality will allow them to grow even bigger. Go somewhere where it's a lot bigger, do bigger, be bigger. And then when you come back, like when Gina comes back to the UK, queen, they love her because she's gone out there. She's made it big for herself. She's not sold out her Britishness. She just said, Britain isn't really giving me the space to grow. So she said, if I can't change the mentality of Britain or I can't grow past what it's trying to hold me down to be, I'll go somewhere else. And she's huge. She's huge up there.
One of the issues I have with that leads into that small town mentality as well is that you get that scenario where someone will go out and see the world for a bigger view. Yeah. But yet you'll come back here and it's like, I don't know if it's a combination of jealousy or just people look at you and then kind of, why do you care? Yeah, good question. That's a big.
So how would you get rid of that caring bit? Because you do care a little bit.
You know, the acceptance. Yeah, acceptance is. Well, I also don't care. Like, I love my people. Yeah. My people love me and know who I am. Family, friends, whatever. They're not going to be jealous of the moves I've had to make to go and do. And people are going to be jealous and upset of people that were never really wanting to see it.
That is true.
I don't put them down to say, oh, well, you're this and you're that. They might be jealous because they want something that they themselves have not been able to achieve because I'm stuck. Same again, like I said earlier, Rob. Yeah, when I was trying to figure out my groove, there's elements of me. I remember lockdown. I saw people getting it popping during lockdown. And I'm sitting there going, Joe, well done to you, but where's my thing? I wouldn't call it jealousy. It was frustration that I couldn't figure out what my thing was to be able to pay my own bills at the time. But once I found my thing, I was cool. They might just be trying to find what their thing is. They're struggling. They're looking at you going, you made it big, but you're my guy from down the road there. How did you do it? You know how you did it. They can't perceive what you had to do to get to the point you had to get to. You can't feel a way about them begrudging you because really and truly they're hurt within themselves maybe that they aren't able to do the same things that you've been able to do.
And especially if you've got a bit of pressure, like just for example, you're trying to make it into being a comedian, musician, TV, but then you got bills to pay. Your missus on your back. Oh, fucking, you're 40 odd years old. You're still trying to make it on TV. You're still trying to rap. Yeah. Come, we got bills to pay. Can't you just get a normal job?
But that's different because she's bound to you and the responsibility that you have to her means that there's pressure with the need for you to, if you're not succeeding in something, to at least figure out what it is so we can survive. And people that are jealous of you, you don't owe anything to them. It could be love. There could be loved ones that are family that you care about to a degree, but their jealousy is not defining, their jealousy isn't defined because you're not succeeding in being able to pay certain bills that they need you to survive on. So it's different when it comes to your loved ones, that you're accountable to them the same way that they're accountable to you. He's talking about coming back to his city and somebody who he grew up with from school don't like that he's made moves. That somebody isn't going to affect his bills. But your wife or your missus or your kids or whatsoever, they are affected by what steps you need to make. So that can be frustrating, but I can understand their frustration if they've gone, I'm here to support you, but at some point I need to let you know that light bill needs paying. And then gas and lecky needs paying. That's why I'm on to you. So that's a little different.
And I also know a lot of people that I always say this, everybody, or most people I know that I left Bedford, say there's 10 people, 9 of them are made better of themselves once they left this town. I mean, one of them might pull up in a Mercedes, borrowed it from someone, be smoking crack in London, but he's pretending that he's got a Bentley, and people are, oh, he's done well for himself, look, he's got a Bentley. They don't know he's in fucking East smoking crack.
People that are posing to look impressive. Okay, never mind. Might be to give a little.
Nah, that'll be he can't, something he can't have. Please, really.
Okay. We'll be right back after this quick message. Is it all right?
He hates Bedford a lot.
I don't. No, it's more nuanced than that. I don't hate Bedford. Like, I just get frustrated, and it comes across as hatred. But what I really want to see, and again, I go back to what I'm trying to prove with Culture Festival, is that I really want to. I want to see people fulfill their potential. I genuinely believe if you look at population centres around the UK, so let's say towns around about 100 to 150,000. I think there's about probably 50, at least 50 of them. Right? There is nowhere as culturally diverse, with as much talent, with as much history. And I just feel like, we're sitting in a place here that does incredible stuff in terms of, Mac Studios. And I just sometimes let my frustrations come out. And what I don't like, we were talking about people who shaft now, what I don't like, and I will not drink the Kool-Aid of, is the pretense. I will not sit there and say, he's shit, because he puts a video out and pretends to be a drill rapper. That's all I've ever said. For the perception is, I hate Bedford. If I hated Bedford, I wouldn't come and get involved in things. If I hated Bedford, I wouldn't probably film my podcast here. If I hated Bedford, the majority of the guests that have been on this show wouldn't be an option.
We joke about your hatred for Bedford. I don't think you actually hate Bedford. I don't think you're frustrated with wasted potential. And I get that because like I said earlier on, when I've tried to help out other people that I know that you got this, but they don't want to help themselves. You have to get to a point where you go, it's like the family member that you have to just let go and figure it out for themselves. Yeah. Oh, you want to go and do the streets? I don't want you to, but if you're not hearing anything we're saying, you're just causing more problems to me and more stress to everybody around you trying to save you. You got to learn. You got to learn after you get burned. Unfortunately, that's kind of how it is with anything, including the city that you love. Remember, I'm not from here, so I'm respectful enough to come in here and go, it's not my town. I see stuff. Like when I'm sitting talking to you guys, or I'm sitting in the barber shop, or I'm walking around.
Where barbers do you go to here?
Damiano's.
Oh, is that? Shout out to Damiano. Okay, big up Damiano's.
Okay, nice. So we will go to competing barber.
Mine's out of town though, so it's different.
It was the cheapest. Oh, no. All right, let's do that example, right? I go to Damiano's. Everybody in there is dope, right? I think you can have a barbershop anywhere around. Everywhere is dope. I think that they're cool with each other as well, because they all, from Mick will tell me that all of them come from the same original barbers that was above the bus station, right?
Yeah.
And that's where everyone's.
So they're or Cade Bob. Yeah, so Cade Bob ties. Well, Cade, pick up Cade, man.
So they all come from one barbershop and they split off into other ones. I know that they're all cool with each other, but there's an element where if they didn't have that camaraderie before, that I think is a small town mentality, where if one person opens up a barbershop and another one opens up one, they're like, why are you trying to...
Why are you trying to do it? Not the Romanians and Turkish.
I cannot confirm nor deny if that's what they do, because I don't go to those barbers, unfortunately. So I don't know if there's a race war between them, but you speak to Sonny about that.
Oh, no race war. I'm saying the outlet that's open, and no, there's nothing to do with us, whatever they do with their mind.
Oh my gosh! I'm sure they're all cool. Yeah, but I think it took for them to already have that closeness and friendship to then split off and go, but we all want to run our own businesses, right? Now, if there is any problems or beef, it wouldn't surprise me that it happens, not because of them, but the small town mentality of, this is my bit here. It's like drug dealers. That's my corner. That's my corner, and so on. I've seen it happen with like little companies that do, like, you get a cleaning company and then another one set one up and they're like, but we are the biggest ones in Bedford. We run TikTok. And like, no, you're not. You're one person who has a company with people, and yet you've got so many other people that need their houses clean that may not want you, or may not have you may not be able to fill them by their time slots. I think it's being able to go, there's enough people around that some people, like, you have to also accept, some people are just not going to want to speak to you or like you. They might want to go over there because they feel better represented there. And I think, or even we're in a podcast studio now, there should, in my opinion, and I'm saying this on in your face, I'm saying this to you lot, right? There should be about 4 or 5 different podcast studios accessible to everybody who wants to pod. But not everyone's going to be able to make ends meet. Not everyone's going to be able to make a pod that's going to last. But everyone can't come here because, one, some people won't be welcome due to like any ongoing issues that naturally can happen. As you know for, I don't know what.
Let's be fair.
I didn't know there's beef here. So the people that want to do studio, the people that want to do podding can go and set up their thing, and then there might be 10 that go in, but 2 survive. Yeah. Those 2 that survive are now other podcasts putting Bedford on the map. If Bedford's now on the map, other people go, well, I'll go up for Bedford. And next thing you know, everyone who's on the outside, like Milton Keynes, or it could be the Three Counties, or you got to Midlands, like to like West Midlands and stuff, are looking at Bedford going, hey, these people in Bedford are speaking. Prime example of that is Liverpool. Yeah. Liverpool is a very insular city. They don't mess with anybody. Comedy, music, in terms of just creativity, they keep themselves to themselves because they feel like they're the city that's hard done by. Yeah. There are comedians there that have made their own lane. There are podcasts, Swift. Paul's one of them, and made his own lane. Podcasters that have made their own lane. Even rappers as well. Like, you don't really see rappers. Paul has done numbers in comedy. The club Hot Water that he's like the face of has done numbers because of Paul. People travel from all around the country to see Paul or to go to Hot Water because of the attention it's brought. You should try and do what you can to make sure loads of people could eat in your city if you can. And there shouldn't be like a competitiveness where you can't do this and only we can. You always bro strap. Say again?
He's always said that.
Yeah. As you said, everyone's momentum. Yeah. But if Bedford's loud and people are like, oh, I've heard that stuff is going on in Bedford, bro, that's more than enough now for people to go, all right, we got a little buzz going on. Do you know who did that really well with that? Was Croydon. Croydon did fantastic with that because Croydon's south, but people don't really associate it with being south, east, southwest like they is because it's Croydon, isn't it? But look at who came out of Croydon. You had Stormzy, and then you had everybody who was around Stormzy. Thank you, rapping Croydon, right? Yeah. So when that happens, there's a culture of people that go, we rep this area, and then everybody else around it goes, I love what he's going, yeah, that's me.
No, just yesterday, I was at a party. Sorry, I want to bring it back to you. Yeah, 0.3 seconds. Go ahead. I was at a party yesterday and some woman walked up to me. She goes, my husband knows you from TikTok. And I was like, oh, nice to meet you, bruv. He goes, yeah, you're always saying, I'm putting Bedford on the map. I'm putting Bedford on the map. Yeah. That's what he said to me. And I felt like, should I stop saying that?
I don't think you should stop saying it. I think you shouldn't have to. I think if you make the claim that you're putting Bedford on the map, if you're the guy that is known for doing that, it's like that I'll say this comfortably.
And they were from Manchester, by the way, the company. Okay. They're from Manchester.
Well, if you're known for that, that's cool. But I think don't tell people you're doing it, just do it. If that makes sense.
They're telling me that I was doing it.
No, but I'm saying that.
But they made me feel a type of way.
But you say that you put Bedford on the map, right? Yeah. I say don't always say it. Yeah. Just put Bedford on the map. It's like that. Oh, who's that brother? Well, go on social media, whatever it is.
Super G.
Brother, I don't, yeah. Brother, I blocked him. He's terrible. Say that someone had to tell me about this person. So I looked and they were telling me about Fast and what he does now. And I'm looking just as a consumer and I'm going, this is terrible. This is terrible. Shocking. It's terrible. And you see, and I'm someone who, I don't overanalyze socials enough to have to look at your hashtags or whatsoever, but it's very easy to see followers and then interaction. That's the easiest thing you can watch. When I see the man every post has got 1 comment or 2, and it's him commenting, love hearts in his own comment, brother, give it up.
I had once. Liking your own comment is like high-fiving your own face when you've done something good.
Thank you. Like your caption, like post your story up, do whatever. But when you comment and then like your comment, brother, give it a break.
That show mental health to you straight away.
You're looking at him and you're thinking, that's who he is and just that's what it is, right? But the fact that you're on social media and you're doing it, it's just wild to me. Yeah. Because I think, but also that might be his stability. This is where I have to give grace. This might be the thing that might be keeping him stable. In there you go. This might be the thing that he has his outlet to be able to say, you know what, I've got something to do there rather than doing something else, which might be even worse. But I still could say it's terrible. The content is...
No, it's not about that. But what I'm saying is like, you can't just go X without anything, but there are things that you see that you just, even aside, I go, and that's a bit, I don't think that sits right with me. And, you know what I mean? If I scratch the surface, I'm worried about what I might see. And sometimes, you see something, you know from instinctively. I'm not saying this.
First time,
I've seen it.
somebody from out of town, like we everyone can see it, but no one's got the balls to say, yo, bruv, what the hell is going on here?
Well, like, what are you going to do? He's going to come and try to beat me up. That's fine. But my words still stand. It's got words, much, man. That's fine by me. I see him training at the gym.
He's just one of them. We've got a lot of people.
It's why do we do?
How do we help them?
Well, okay, so that's all right. That's a whole different combo. How you help people like that? They have to want to be helped first.
Come back next week and that's podcast.
Part 2, innit?
Yeah, but just on that as a segue, because you touched on it. I watched it on Green. I said to you off the thing about, like, you talk about therapy and the mental health. I think we're kind of edging into that. So just briefly, like, my question is this, and I've been choosing how I word this question.
Okay.
Was you talking about therapy on stage in the way that you were almost part of the therapy journey, almost as well? Because it felt that way to me. It felt like you were kind of...
That's a good question.
Yeah, kind of...
Maybe that's to some degree subconsciously, yeah. I think I needed to bring therapy, not necessarily therapy, I needed to bring truth and reality to my comedy, because around that point was where I was like, I'm not just trying to be funny. I'm not just trying to make funny jokes. I'm trying to say stuff which is real to me, but show how that's funny, which is different. You trying to make jokes is going, oh, this will be funny if I talk about something which may not even relate to you. Like working in an office. I've never worked in an office. So I don't need to write about that.
Yeah.
Rather than that, I'd rather go, you know what, this is real, what's going on in my life. Let me find the funny of what's really going on. Putting that into the special probably helped heal whatever issues or feelings I was having in comedy by putting something funny about what's really going on in comedy and then going, I'm comfortable talking about this very openly and very real. So maybe that's possibly why I might have done that and not even necessarily put 2 and 2 together.
Well, that's just what it's done on some too.
So you talked about his mental health journey as part of his comedy special, but something else I want to add to that is another layer of that, and I think controversial or not, but that's what we do here, yeah? I think that mental health and the discussion around mental health is way less taboo in this as it is, but I think within the black community, for me, what I observe is it's still very much a taboo thing. So you kind of feel like, did you consciously do that? Like, I'm going to be a black man that stands up on stage and openly talk about my mental health? Or did that just kind of, because I definitely think you reached people who, even though they probably knew it to themselves, I think by saying what you did in the way you did and constructing it in a way that was built around a comedy, I think there will be people that watch that and would have gone, you know what, I'm fucking going to pay £37 a month for better help, man. For things to that effect.
Well, I'm a black man, but I wasn't thinking as a black man I should talk about this. I just think as a man. Okay. Because I think men struggle there's enough men that struggle.
There is another layer within our...
There's definitely another layer with obviously our community. Yeah. But I don't have to make it about our community to still talk about it if I'm just addressing men as a man.
Yeah.
Because if I go, like, if I went on there and I said, as a black man, there might be men who are from different cultures. They sit there and go, I mean, you're right, but they may not be looking at themselves in that moment relative to me, because in that moment they might be going, he's good at what he's saying, but he's talking to black men. Right? Yeah. In that instance, I think for me, it wasn't just talking to black men, it was just talking to men who struggle with their mental health. I spoke about it in a special where I said about how women can counsel each other, but our men counsel each other is slightly different, definitely. And how I spoke about that wasn't me just thinking as a black man. Yes, I am a black man, but I think I was just thinking about men in general, because in that moment, I think I was struggling as a man. I was looking at my finances of losing loads of money trying to invest in these 2 large events, losing money. That doesn't affect me as a black man. That affected me as a man. You look at my Of
course it does, yeah.
Thinking about the turmoil of the relationship I was in at the time. That wasn't me as a black man. That was just me as a man, if that makes sense. So I think I angled it with more just how we men can struggle, but the expectation for us is to just keep it up and keep it going. But yeah, you are right. As a black man, it's a lot harder for us to speak because there is a bravado and a kind of
Strong, innit?
an inherent kind of deleting.
Deal with the matter. Whatever comes to us, we've got to deal with.
An adaptation of how we're supposed to be.
That too, but also we are kind of inherently taught anything that happens in this house, you don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
And it could be what's happening in the house that I'm struggling with. That's a very cultural thing. I don't think it's just black men. I think it's Asian as well. It's almost like we don't trust, like, especially the country that we're in, we don't trust the white natives of this country to hear what we have to say about how we're feeling about being black, Asian, whatever in this country, amongst a place where that's their home and they feel like it's their home. Whereas as much as we may be born here, there's a part of us that still feels separate. So talking about how separate even our own households can be is sometimes difficult to express when we're almost made to feel like, shut up, don't say nothing to them, because their generation, that's what they had to go through. So like my dad will come, when my dad come over here from Jamaica, he would tell you about how he'd go out on the street and how some of these people would treat him. Like some of the Johnny boys, I think it was, Teddy boys, sorry, with the shaved heads and stuff, how the Teddy boys would deal with it. And he would talk about those stories and he could go home and tell what happened, but you couldn't go out on the street and talk because you're just exposing about how these Teddy boys were, but in a place that didn't care. So why talk about it? Your thing is to be strong. That was what they were taught. So passing that on to us, where we don't have to be that way inclined, that's something generationally that I think ethnic minorities in this country have to break. So yeah, I could have spoken from that angle.
So that's about men I was speaking from in that angle when I did my special there. So as a mixed race man, I can have another layer to that as well, because I kind of see it from almost both sides of the fence. I didn't grow up in a black household. Like I went outside. I always say I went outside, and I'm so lucky. I feel that I was born in Bedford.
Okay.
We all know. I'm sure most of us know of somebody who was born mixed race or black who grew up in a 99.9% white environment. And I think that that could have easily been me. My mum could have disappeared to Erith Kent and remarried a white man. I've grown up because I was the only person of colour within my whole family. My granddad died literally last week. He was the most super racist guy I ever met. Yeah, that's enough. Respect, granddad. Yes, but I get it. It links into what I'm saying because I grew up in a household where you didn't cry, maybe we're tough, but it came from a different point of view of maybe what you just described it and experienced. And I think I'm very fortunate I was born in Bedford because I went outside, when I stepped outside the door, around all my friends were black. You know,
I just want to touch on that quickly. So did you speak about, did you use comedy as a form of therapy, or have you had therapy and then put that into your comedy?
Both. I wrongly use comedy as therapy. I shouldn't do it. I think it's great that it's therapeutic for people that pay to be...
Because that's what I do with music.
I think if you do that, you put the weight and pressure of you to have to feel better by the content that you create. I think it's good that you can express yourself.
Yeah.
But if that's the only outlet you have is what art you give to the world, which is then open to criticism and to get validation from the world to maybe validate how you feel about what you're doing, then you set yourself up for failure, because you might put something out and go, this is heartfelt to me. And somebody goes, shut up, blood, this is dumb. Yeah. Next thing you know, you're sitting there going, but I poured my heart into this. I think vulnerability is great to have, but it's good to have that when you're stable enough to put your art out there and go, but the reason I'm okay with doing this because even if you don't like it, I'm okay with that. Oh, yeah. So that's where therapy came in for me, where I could speak to somebody who, their job isn't to help you. Their job is that, like in my eyes, for my therapist particularly, I come with all the puzzle pieces. They come with the table and they say, all right, lay it out. I throw it out and they help me piece bits together of what I'm telling them of the puzzle. We do it together, not just her. We do it together. So for me, it's important to have that. So when you do go on and put your art out there, your art isn't then susceptible to being criticized. And then you who's attached your healing to that goes, it was criticized. I'm not healed because I'm broken by how somebody received my art. That's why I think I used to do that, but now I can have a bad show.
How do you separate the two? You're putting your feelings into your comedy, but not trying to talk about your personal experience and traumatic stuff, or because that's what therapy does. It talks about traumatic experiences.
But I can put it in comedy, but I have to understand I'm the creator, not the person that I created when I'm creating. So for me, I can make the art that I want to make, and that goes out there. But I always have to remember, I'm the person that made this art. I'm not making me that. If I make me that means I'm putting me in the art. And if that isn't received well, then I crumble.
It's gonna crumble.
Whereas I can go, I'm the person that baked the cake. Here it is. You can smash it up, throw it up. It doesn't break me because I'm not the person that's going out there to say, smash me up. So that's the thing that people have to do. They can say people put their heart and soul into things. I think you can, into the effort it makes to make things. But if you put your heart and soul into that and then step away from it, what you've done is given everybody everything, hoping that they'll respect it the way you need it to be. Whereas actually what you should do is go, I can give you everything in my effort to make this beautiful portrait, but when I step back away from what I've made, I'm still hot. And that's what you have to learn to do, is to separate the you being the artist, then you being the art out there that then can be destroyed by people that don't necessarily receive the way that you want it to be received.
In a strange roundabout way, it's quite a lot of method actors can go a bit. Heath Ledger being the classic example. You know, when you immerse yourself in something, a role so much that
Some people have to live it for weeks.
yeah, but so they get called method actors, and they really struggle to kind of come out. I feel this could be a 3-hour pod.
Yeah, well, you're talking about people accepting you. We love you in the UK. Aurie Styla, bad man, gun things. Sorry, even though you don't want to be known for that. You don't. Yeah, we love you. You're funny as fuck. You smash it on stage.
One second, I'm going to trust you. My 82-year-old mother-in-law, I sat her down and I put it on the TV. Oh, is it? She's an American woman, very liberal, very progressive, but she's an 82-year-old woman. She comes from money in Ohio in the 70s.
Coming back to where I was
Absolutely love.
Coming back to where I was coming.
They received me at worldwide.
Not even worldwide.
Yeah.
America.
Love it.
Because in our eyes, America is the big apple. If you want to be something, that's where you go. How do they take you in America?
Love it.
Obviously, the British accent, the way you are.
We love it.
Do you have to switch your thing to American style?
I switch my references because they're not going to get when I talk about certain bases or certain shops.
Yeah.
Love it. Like I've done cruises a lot, and cruises is the best place to see what people like about you.
Cruise on a ship, you mean, yeah?
Yeah. As opposed to like on a car.
I'm checking because you can go for a fucking cruise in a car.
Yeah, do comedy, yeah?
No, but I was just checking. A cruise on a boat, yeah, it's what cruises.
Yeah, like a cruise, so like a cruise holiday.
Yeah, right? A cruise holiday.
There
yeah.
you go. So,
Fucking country.
sorry. So basically,
I've done comedy on cruises, right? And so the most recent one that I did was at the end of my tour. I took it actually because it was offered to me as like, come and do comedy for 5 days, 5 shows across 4 days, but you'll be at sea for 9 days. The rest of the time is my time to relax. So like 45 minutes to do comedy, but I get to chill the rest of the aisle, right? Oh, I get them often. You go on a cruise. The one that I did was 90% Americans. And they kept requesting for me to come back to add more shows because all my shows would just be booked up for the entire time.
Forget the cruise. I'm on about the hood.
Did people go on cruises as well? In America, the culture of going on cruises is a little different from the we think old people here, isn't it? No, it generally isn't older people, but you get some of the cruises like I've done one cruise where they had about 250 people from Atlanta, Georgia. And they were all like at the age of 25 to about 45. I don't know if there was like a company that booked the cruise and got people to come on. These were like
Hood cruise.
What's the hood in Atlanta? Is it not called Atlanta?
So these are people that they're cool people, but they've grown up around it. They're coming to watch the show. They're tearing out
There's a lot of gold in. I bet there's quite a lot of gold in mouse on that cruise. There's a lot of grills in it.
Yeah. There's grills, jewelry. A lot of people that dress the way they want to dress. A lot of stuff they want to do. You just got
Big boy Americans.
Yeah.
Talk about big boys. You used to be quite a big boy. Now inched out.
I wasn't really that big.
Not that big, but a lot bigger. But now you've slithered down. I'm not saying when I walked in it, I thought you were a lot bigger.
For a long time, I was actually skinny, and then I put on the weight over time, and I went muscular. And then after a while, you get complacent and you get small square. That's where I got my biggest.
Are you a gym freak now?
I was a freak, but not like 4 or 5 times a week. You don't? No, I'm a hip hop head. I love hip hop music. Always grew up and loved hip hop. But garage, I sometimes play every now and then, but not when I'm over there. I play hip hop anywhere I go because it's just more universal.
Do you stay up to date? You listen to current? Are you into current hip hop?
Not as much. Because I'm honest, I kind of fell off of I can't. I do not like new hip hop from artists who are either boom back hip hop artists, so Benny the Butcher, Yo and Ray Machine and stuff, right? Joey Badass, Joey. Joey's dope. The Joe's dope. Recent beef, yeah. Joey, Mick Jenkins, like real like lyricists.
Yeah, I do as well. Yeah.
Like I love me like who I've already did. Like I've got like 50 rappers that are like you always put out music. I always listen. Like Jada, Kendrick, yeah, like Luda, Bus. I always listen. Because they're the rappers that I grew up listening to up until a point where I said, all right, I've had enough of new people that I want to learn about, especially with the mentality of some of the new people are very different than what these guys are. Yeah. So for me, like the fact Kendrick still puts out great albums, right? That GNX was great to me. He's my goat. Yeah. Well, there you go. So when I hear Kendrick puts out new stuff, like I'm growing up with these people. Yeah. He's roughly the same age as me, maybe a touch older. Because I'm growing up with these people and you're still doing stuff. I don't really need to get into the mindset of Lil Yachty.
Yeah. No, I hate that. I think that's where Lily comes in. That's where she's kept me.
Okay,
Super current.
so that he brought in for you.
That's whereas for me, we've always had an exchange between us as well. Like, she will listen to Wu-Tang. Like, I got in the car today, she's playing Jada Kiss. And we kind of, the classic is I gave her D-Block and she gave the D-Block Europe.
Okay.
That's how I always, and that's how I and that makes sense. Yeah, that's a thing. Whereas you have to stay contemporary to a degree as well.
Now watch this, she'll hear like Glorilla.
Yeah.
And be like, this is the lady right now that I like.
I like Glorilla.
There you go. And I'm not against her. I think she's kind of got a swagger about her that I think is cool. But for me, I'm going to be more related to like a Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Because she'll put out music and she's also working on. I love Rhapsody as well. Rhapsody's dope. I love it. I'm listening to it and she's generationally, she's closer to my age than, let's say, a Glorilla. So while Glorilla might be great, if I'm thinking about what relates to me, I'm like, I'm going to go with the people that I'm of age with. Whereas I hear a Glorilla or even like a Sexy Red or whoever, and they're so much younger than me that when I listen to them, I'm like, I can't really relate.
Who your DJ apparently looks like.
Lauryn Hill.
Drake. Oh, the same prophecy looks like Drake.
Oh, I thought you meant because I said CJ the Rod. No, so Drake gets that she's got like a Lauryn Hill vibe.
I get that.
Yeah. What do you not think of Drake? Drake. Oh, like when prophecy looked like Drake. Drake's dope. He makes good music. He makes good music. Like, as a rapper, he's finished. Yeah, as a rapper, as a purist in that sense, it's similar with comedy. If you're on this whole, I just want to hit numbers, he's the guy. If you're on the whole, like, I want to be I've made the art, he's not the guy.
But I think with Drake, we always knew that. Right, but I don't even look time. Right, those are new. But I think that a lot of us also drank the Kool-Aid, and I think what Kendrick did was Kendrick put that to bed once and for all.
But the thing is, many of us who, like, I always was able to listen to his music and go, this is a bop. But every time I heard it, I kept saying, bro, stop moaning about these girls.
So Drake is not this generation's Jay-Z. No, he's not.
Drake is not. Do you know why Drake is not this generation?
Put some fuck. Listen, no, sorry, right? Pull in my fucking card now, yeah. Can you not put some fucking respect on Ho's name?
You're right. No, I get where you come from.
Let me finish, land. Because around Jay-Z's time, Jay-Z's had Pac, Biggie, Nas, Biggie,
Yeah.
If you were picking a top three, you wouldn't put Jay-Z in that top three.
Okay.
In that top
What,
three.
Pac?
When Pac, Biggie and Nas were around, Jay-Z, Biggie kind of occupied the space. Jay-Z.
That's what I
But that's.
I respect Jay-Z. I respect Jay-Z.
All right. Okay.
But I'm not saying him above those three. Okay.
You're not putting above Pac, Big or Nas.
Yeah, lyrically.
Yeah, that's facts.
Lyrically. However, Jay-Z for me has the better hits.
I think Jay-Z.
Jay-Z has hits.
You not got.
Listen, because he's alright.
Do you just listen to music or do you just skim through it? Listen, are you influenced by the get? Come on,
Now you're gonna see it.
Don't make
Now you're gonna
listen.
see it.
I had to hustle my back to the wall, ashy knuckles.
Now you
Sit down, bro. For me, dad was gone, finally got my dad back. Liver fad, couldn't live long, stashed my dad back. Guidance, I never had that. Streets was my second home. Welcome, we were open arms to find a place to crash at, a place to study math at. Matter of fact, I learned it all, burnt it all. Music is where I buried the ashes at. Sit the fuck down about Jay and good bars, nigga.
Tell him that Jay-Z's not the god.
How dare you?
But no, so what my point is, the point I'm
Better land right now, bro.
I'm trying to make, all I'm trying to say is, Drake may not be lyrically as good as a lot of like Kendrick and whoever of this generation, but he makes the hits.
But can I tell you the one fundamental?
And I agree.
If there's one fundamental difference,
And he's better than Jay-Z.
No, but listen, there's one fundamental. Hove, back then, could stand. Whether it's subjective, but Hove would stand toe to toe with the greats of his era. DMX. All right, yes, he filled the space that was vacated by Big, right? Yeah. But whether he lost the battle or not, 7 straight summers. Critics might not admit it, but nobody in rap did it quite like I did it. Watch this.
Yeah, but why did it happen? Why did it happen?
I'm gonna hurt him now. I saw a video that someone put this up, right? Someone put this up, and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna. Sorry.
I saw a video that someone put up, and I had to agree. Name 1 year. Name 1 year.
There is
Name 1 year when Jay-Z was the king of that year.
Never.
No, it's not 01. No,
It's true, Bob.
There is never a year when
09.
Jay-Z.
09. No, 09.
I'll go through.
09.
I'm gonna play this clip.
Who was bigger than him in 09?
I'm gonna play this clip.
08 and 09.
Yeah, wait, Lil Wayne.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, Wayne. Not 08. 09. Yeah, 09.
There's not 1 year with Jay-Z. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna find this video.
I've seen it. All right, I've seen it.
Oh, you seen the video?
It's subjective.
No, but it's very accurate. It's not 1 year where Jay-Z, this is what the video said, where Jay-Z was the king of that year when it comes to music, right? From the 90s all the way up until 2000.
All right, 96 Pat, 97
wasn't
Big,
until
98 DMX,
99 DMX.
Jay-Z.
99 DMX as well. All right, 2000 M.
And the only reason he
2000
did, because he made crazy
That
love
50 was
with
03.
Beyonce.
50 come along in
02, 03.
I'm saying Hove. Who was bigger than Hove in 02?
I feel like 50 probably like
50.
2, 3.
Nah, 50 when it comes to get with
Wait,
you.
2003, wasn't it?
Yeah, 03. Who and 02? Who was better than Hove?
There's got to be someone before him.
Eminem.
01.
Eminem.
01.
Eminem was on for good 10 years, Eminem.
04.
Can I play this?
Say it.
About Jay-Z. I had an era.
Loud.
All right, ready?
It's not a year where Jay-Z was indisputably the hottest or the best rapper in the game. Jay-Z came in the game in 1996. I think we can all agree that's Tupac's year.
Yes.
1997, Biggie died. In 1998, which was kind of his breakout year, DMX had 2 more albums than
That's why they killed him.
1999, DMX again, who outsold Jay-Z by a big margin. Year 2000, Nelly and Eminem both went down. Now 2001 would have been the best argument, but then Ludacris came in the game with his like area.
I'm not having that. Stop. No, I'm not having that. No. Hove dropped Blueprint in fucking 2001.
And how much did Ludacris do?
Roll out Saturday.
Yeah, nah, that.
It hurts, didn't it? The word of mouth and when that dropped. What's Your Fantasy was 2000.
No, Watch Your Fantasy was 2000, but Roll Out Saturday.
They're all on the same album, though, they?
Yes. Word of mouth. Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
He came in the game with his like area codes, move, bitch, roll out. 2002, here go Eminem again, dropping the Eminem Show, another diamond album. As well as Nelly dropping another album that sold like 7 million. Jay-Z who? 2003 was obviously 50 Cent year. He retired, came back in 2006. At that point, T.I. was on top.
Right, pause that 1 second.
2007.
So we're gonna convene. Oh yeah. He retired. Black Album dropped in 03. Black Album dropped late 03 and dominated early 04.
But he dropped 03.
Right.
He retired in 03, came back in 2006.
When T.I. 1 second though, 1 second, but 1 second. Like, okay, we're being a bit revisionist here because in his retirement, go and listen to his body of work. It was retirement. It was good. All right, it was a dead period of rap, and Laffy Taffy was dominating the charts. Yeah. But I could argue that Hove had a better the 1 year he had was probably his retirement year. All right, I'm clutching at straws. Go on.
Okay.
Go on. Keep going. Yeah, keep going.
All right, hold on.
2003 was obviously 50 Cent year. He retired, came back in 2006. At that point, T.I. was on top.
Graduation?
2007 undoubtedly goes to Kanye graduation. And 2008 to like 2011 clearly goes to Lil Wayne. So at what point was he the hottest rapper in the game?
Okay. Are you gonna tell me that Little Wayne State of Mind era in 09 was better than what Wayne was putting out?
The only thing that Empire State of Mind has done is every time you go to New York now and cross over the Brooklyn Bridge, every 4 steps, somebody plays the same song so you can take a picture on a rotating photo frame.
No, but what other
than that, Empire State of Mind has done nothing else.
You said
Run This Town.
That was a good one.
Was that his song?
That was
That was-
Blueprint 3 era, but that album's not great. Blueprint 3 is not a great album.
Yeah, that was him.
But Kanye basically,
That's what he did. He had to bring Rihanna and Beyonce just to make a little name for himself.
Yeah. I don't think fine.
Alicia Keys,
Fine.
Little Wayne.
This is the first time
Fine.
I've not said anything.
2008 to 2011. We're in that window, yeah.
Lil Wayne.
Window. Lil Wayne put on.
Wait, I'll say it now.
Or 4
Bro,
artists that are
2008 to 2011, the start albums that dropped, right? 2008 to 2011, just the songs: Lollipop, A Milli, Mirror, 6 foot, 7 foot,
Yeah, all right.
Mrs. Officer.
All right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? How to
You could
Love.
probably throw Nicki in there at 09 as when Nicki was.
She will on the Carter 4.
All right, okay, Ross.
Got Money.
All right.
John. What are we talking about?
All right.
Oh, John, I forgot about that.
John.
I remember
It's a
everyone
beat.
was rapping over that.
Oh, we used to smash
Everyone
that on
used to
him
rap
to
over
beat.
that
All right.
beat.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay. Guys, it's official. Yeah, okay, you got me. Yeah, you're right.
And I'm saying, it's official.
Now
Jay-Z
you're right,
didn't
you're
what?
You'll never hear that again.
Now you're right.
Jay-Z what? What are we writing about?
He never had
Bro,
a year that
this is the
dominated.
first
Wait,
time.
I need to hear that real quick.
Never had a year that dominated. However,
Who didn't?
Jay didn't.
Jay didn't what?
Hove didn't have a year where he dominated, but I'm gonna. That was it. Okay, but let me just give you that soundbite. Now let me do that double reverse Uno shit on you. Yeah,
I've put up
one
this
of
for
them.
30 years, you
One
know.
of them artists that you've named in there, yeah, can match the longevity. From Reasonable Doubt
Eminem.
to 444.
Eminem.
Nah, man. Eminem, late career Eminem is washed, bruv. Late career Eminem is washed.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, some of his albums are washed.
I
There
would
is
give-
nobody in there that can match that level of longevity. No one that you've named. Oh, wait.
Obviously, Dean, no, he died. He's died recently as well. Kanye.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, but if you
Kanye didn't come out till 03.
If you're not gonna talk about
that
this-
whole thing from
understand.
90, from
you're not
Reasonable
gonna
Doubt to
talk about-
444.
As much as I don't like Kanye's later
7 album, okay, he's got 7 album run. Okay.
Right.
Whose protege is he?
He's a Jay.
Okay, cool.
Busta Rhymes, thank you.
Busta Rhymes, he put on an album,
Busta
and I
Rhymes.
don't skip any of them
Busta
songs.
Rhymes.
And I go,
Conversation.
Oh, you mean of those people?
Yeah.
Oh, of those people?
Of those people. Tell me.
Yeah, but truth be told, yeah. If you want to go there, lads. Truth be told,
Party sings up.
Jay,
No, he
thank you very much.
I don't listen to Busta
Truth be
anymore,
told,
I'll be honest.
Biggie was killed. Pac was killed.
Oh, is it Hove stop now?
No. Hove and Diddy were a part of the whole.
Can you stop
everything.
putting Hove in? Is Hove on trial?
No, but he will be.
No, that's a conspiracy.
It's coming.
Stop watching
It's
the
coming.
bullshit YouTube videos,
It's
bro.
coming.
What next? What long videos?
It's coming.
Earth's flat. All the Earth's flat.
It's coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is SITW podcast.
thank you.
Right. Okay.
You don't forget that DMX, they killed him.
Spanner in the works, ladies and gentlemen.
He tried to get off crack. They give him more crack.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Spanner in the
can't
works
say that.
podcast.
Bro, we're not turning into Alex
got
Jones
lawyers,
over
bro.
here. Yeah, just chill on that one.
I know,
Right,
but
get
no,
me?
I'm giving an overall
being
perspective.
Listen.
I'm giving-
Host getting my top 3.
There would have been better if they weren't killed or raped or dead.
I will concede that guy did kind of get it right. Yeah.
So it took me 30 years and 8 episodes,
To admit what?
to get people here.
No. It took Aurie Styla.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
we're wrapping up this episode.
All you got me to do was
Aurie
agree.
Styla.
You got me to agree with a specific point and narrative.
30
What you'll
years
never
I've
get me
put
to
up with
agree
this shit,
on
bro.
is that
30
O sits
years.
outside the top 3 of greatest of all time. There's nothing you can tell me. But it's subjective.
All it took was Aurie Styla and a clip from you.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. We've been doing this for hours. We can have you for more hours. I'm hot and sweating. You need to get home. You've got a long journey. I'm pretty sure Aurie's got better things to do.
Just before you do go, when are you? What's that plan thing going for? You got another tour?
No, look how much more questions
Sonny,
I've got
man,
for
I'm
you,
literally in the middle of a question. Can I finish it?
Yeah, look how many more I've got as well.
No, but we're gonna wrap.
I'm gonna
up.
have to.
But what I did want to ask is, obviously, so we say 5 tours now. Can we expect number 6 at any point?
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to wait. You'd have to wait to have something to talk about. I just came off the bird.
I was gonna say, and that led into my next question. So you have to have that kind of down period of time where you need to decompress and I guess experience life to be able to build more material going forward.
Exactly that. So, let me hit the road a bit. Let me tour a little bit more, but not as doing my own tour, but just get out and do shows in different places, have something to write about, be able to order my thoughts, and then I'll be back for another tour soon.
Are you coming Culture Festival? Damn, that's a good question. All right. I don't know.
Tell him what I said to you.
He wants us to bring you out on stage, and he wants to bring me out there. He wants us to bring you out on stage.
The only person, I'll say this right now, the only person that could call me to do Culture Festival and I will 100% say yes without even blinking is Fiona.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
I can say it's such an emotional event because
It is.
of what's attached to it.
So you knew Rowan, yeah?
I met Rowan the year that he passed. Okay. I moved to Bedford 2021. So I met Rowan in 2021 when I moved to Bedford that year.
Oh,
So I only got to see him and meet him properly the last year that he went around. And he was such a lovely person, great guy, heart of gold. He came to do one of my shows on a last minute thing.
oh, what?
I remember he came and he DJ'd it because I needed a DJ that was local and he said he'll come down and he came and it was like on such a last minute tip.
Mm-hmm. That was him. Well, that was just.
And this is, I think this was during the time where he was like, hadn't really been DJing as much because just hadn't had a bit. And he settled it and he came. But I'd met Fiona before at a comedy show that I'd done in Bedford before and Blaze.
Yeah, well, that's my
Wicked guy, man.
man. Yeah.
Wicked young man.
He's both our favourite guests from season one. He was just unbelievable.
So having him there and just meeting them two before and then not putting them together with Rowan until afterwards, I was like, oh snap, okay. But if Fiona was to call me and say, Aurie, on this day, I'd be like, yeah, it's not even a question. Other people, I'll be very open. Other people that like around the event and so on, I'd have to have a conversation. I have to see how I feel and so on. I have to go, do I really feel like we're working with said person? She can call me now and say, Aurie, please. And I'll be like, yeah, if I'm free, I'm there.
Do you know what? Like my obviously we had her on the pod, but like my relationship with her has developed like and being involved in it, and like she is one of the best in terms of working with someone, right? I'm a bit, if people are up to a certain, I can get frustrated. That's just what I mean. She is fucking unbelievable to work with. Like I've never worked with someone who is so single-mindedly driven and like
She's a strong woman.
Yeah, but it takes a certain type of person to keep me in check. And like what you just said, if she rings me now and says, "Well, I need to do X," no problem. Whatever you need from me, I got you.
Bro, you're a completely different person.
When I talk about gaming, it's a different side. But there are people that appreciate that. There are only people that are like, oh, I kind of want the rah, 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 and I give them that another way. My Respectfully podcast, I'm aiming to try and bring back. Either I'll tweak it a little bit, but that one I'm going to bring back where I'm a bit more rowdy. So the one podcast is like me just talking about gaming. You know, they're like,
You love gaming, huh?
oh, yeah, all of that.
Top fighting game.
It's a beat 'em up though. It's not really a fight.
Yeah, beat him up. Sorry, that's the
Streets of Rage, the franchise.
well, the old school one.
Yeah, but they got number 4, which came out in 2020.
Best platform game.
Jeez. It's so easy to say, but it's gonna have to be
Tomb Raider.
No, it's gonna have to be Mario franchise, the freaking Mario.
Okay, Mario.
Mario, I'd say my favorite platform probably Mario Galaxy
Best.
because of the music more than
Can I say Flashback?
Best racing game.
I throw Flashback ahead there. You remember that game? Remember Flashback?
Oh, Flashback.
Yeah, old school game. Yeah.
Old, bro.
Yeah. I don't remember Flashback. Old school game. Yeah, just.
Are you talking Golden Axe?
Yeah,
era?
I'm not a gamer. I just threw Flashback in there.
Best racing game.
I mean, Mario Kart's the easy answer. The Mario Kart franchise.
You remember Outrun's got to be.
Yeah, Outrun's
So you, man.
Outrun.
Underground 2 is elite.
Nah, it's good.
Yeah.
For me, it'll be
Or Midnight Need for Speed, Mario Kart.
That was
But I don't call okay. Then yeah,
Mario.
was Franklin Street
Mario
Racing,
Kart,
GTA 5. That's not for me, bro.
Mario Kart, Burnout, or Micro Machines would be one of those three for me.
Micro Machines.
Best shoot 'em up.
Gears of War.
I don't know.
Gears of War.
James Bond, I know.
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye, yeah. I mean, it's on work.
I mean, that was groundbreaking. So look,
Okay, one more, two more.
Go on,
Two
quick.
more. Best basketball game.
I never played basketball game. Maybe that might be.
He's on fire.
I
Remember,
remember
he's on
96.
football.
Oh no, I think people that play football games are not gamers.
Yeah. Oh yes.
I say something wrong. Question.
Nah.
Are you PC gamer or Xbox, PS, PlayStation?
Console, all consoles, but not anyone.
People that play football are not gamers, you know.
People that play football games only, not game. They just buy the same game. They're esports. That's it's a career. It's different thing than esports. So the amount that will buy. I know if you buy only Call of Duty and only like FIFA, well not FIFA anymore, obviously. Only those two, not gamer.
See, the only game I play, Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Only. That's Aurie game. I'm football manager.
Okay.
Favourite city you performed in?
City. I'm biased when I say London.
Worst city you performed in?
Worst city I performed in? Jeez. I'm not gonna say. All right. I'll say it's the worst, but not because of the crowd. No, I'm not gonna say Luton. That's really. No. Worst city I performed in for the city itself would have been, I'm gonna say Coventry, because the crowd was so unresponsive. But then they come to, we loved it. It was great. Could you tell me during the show, bro? But I think it was more to do with the venue and not the city. So I'm not gonna blame the city, but the venue was bad. So yeah, go on. Next one. Next fire question.
No, that was that one from here. That was from my head.
Oh, any more?
I've got loads, bro. But I'll be honest. I think we need. Well, if you've got time, I'd like you to come back because we vibe with each other, man.
I can genuinely say,
I feel you, man.
I can genuinely say, without watching all of them, this was the best podcast you've ever had. 100% say this. And you should be thankful.
I know why. I can't be real though. No, but listen, instead of Brock down laughing, I'm sitting there going, yeah, my man's right, man. I can true, yeah. Thank you, bro.
Listen,
we're not talking about politics. Don't.
Bro, you never once mentioned economics or politics. I can't believe you never mentioned that word. Funny stuff. John. Let's go. Let's go with the flow and away we go. Switch MC gonna run the show. We got Aurie Styla on the sofa. It's your turn, bro. Take it over.
You might wanna go sit down, get my lyrics hit hard and make you fall to the ground. Don't walk around like it's the talk of the town, and they make you write boxes turn around. I'm Styla, know that I found that your lyrics will be 6 foot under the ground. Yeah. And when compared to me, you sound like a Jamaican dollar when I make UK pound. I can't remember the rest. No, I can.
Yeah, you've got it. Wait,
I got it. Reload over the track.
Pull it up, selector.
I'll do that again if I remember all.
What, we got 16?
I'll do the 60
16, and then we come back round.
I've got 116.
Let's go.
116, make it count.
Here we go. You might wanna go sit down, come and lyrics hit hard and make you fall to the ground. Don't walk around like it's the talk of the town, cause when they mix your rap boxes turn around. I'm Styla, know that I found that your lyrics should be 6 foot under the ground. And when compared to me, you sound like a Jamaican dollar while I'm a UK pound. And the realest MC that's around to the point they say, what, Styla King is profound. I might have to draw for the King's crown on the King, I don't care if Prince Charlie's around. And you're not careful like Lost and Found, like the dogs who got their back in Homeward Bound. So don't hit or make wasteland sound, come and hit it till your sleep round upside down.
Let me start this. Regarded the hardest rap artist in the market. Boy, better never roll deep in the place. More fire when I shoot up in the target. Like the carpet, forget fire in the roof setup. Arsonist, I never mask it. If you put me in a position, I have to finish what I started.
Last post when there's stuff you won't get. I target market just to mark them targets from the streets. It's back to the studios next. I record the law till I'm suitably impressed. Big bones here, don't live in fear. Mad bass stuff in your mouth, nose and ears. Hands to the 2 on a wheel that I steer. Wheel that I on the track, TST when I'm here.
Choo choo choo!
I forgot my bars, man. That's the first time that's
I
happened
don't
to me.
bar, you make me do this all the time, man. Yeah, bars, man. Listen, guys, thank you so much, for watching. It's been a long one. It's probably been the best one we've done. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, life's about moments. I say it all the time. I can tick another one off my list, Once again, Sonny, bad man.
Big up.
Audience love ya. Mac Studios love ya. Big up Mac. Big up the new apprentice Donny called
Tiger King.
Tiger King, son.
Got him. And of course, Tiger King. Hey, bro, you're unlucky, you are, yeah, man.
Just funny. Observation.
Some people are just funny, man.
Who said it first?
Me!
Oh yeah.
This is why I always start it.
It's gonna get us.
But once again, a big massive round of applause and thank you to our guest, Aurie Styla! No. Call to action, Spanner in the Works podcast. Go follow us at the Sound Temple DJ.
Give us a
Switch Black, SITW podcast, DJ Tiz on TikTok. Run it up, man. Come on, man. Like, we're here. We're doing our thing. We don't care either way. We just want you to enjoy it. Peace and love. We'll see you for episode 4, 5, and 6.
Spanner in the Works podcast.
Let's go. Right, drop a rap, Aurie.
No, I don't rap anymore. Spanner in the works, that's never gonna work. You talk too much, you grate on man's nerves. If I listen to that talk, I never get nothing done. Had a goal plus a plan, now it's time for us to run. Sonny back on board, of course he's my co-host. Rosie king to my yang. Hardly need a fucking vote. Plus we got history. We go way back. Only time in history. Into beats, fuck the rap. Do we have to start big? So we need to build a team. Get up at J-Sim, Limelight TV. Then my bars. That's it. I forgot the rest.
Hey.
Spanner in the works. Go hard till it hurts. How many man do you know who can drop 1 million flows on a verse?